The River Dragons are on the air. The Columbus River Dragons are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Zelmo Zip-In, Country Inn and Suites, Kinetic Credit Union, Heckler & Koch, Pepsi Cola, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's head to the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth for the start of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. And join the voice of the River Dragons, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. Welcome in to the Columbus Civic Center, everybody. On time today. Very excited for tonight's contest. The River Dragons decked out in the blackout look, taking on the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Last night's game was a thriller for all the wrong reasons. Hat-Tricks came away with a shootout win. Now, how will Columbus respond in this very important series with second place in the standings heading down the stretch on the line? It's game number 40 of 54 for Columbus. Not too many more left. Find yourself on a little bit of a streak, move up those standings, and earn that coveted first-round bye. That is a huge end-of-season goal for Columbus as we get in deep into the month of March and into April. We've got a lot to get to in tonight's Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show, breaking down all the action that we saw in last night's game. Mike V will be up here with us during the pregame show as he is at home, and when we come back from this break, we will go inside the lair. Today's guest is number 19, Jack Riley. Had an assist in last night's game. We pick his brain on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Something big is coming to Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, and you'll want to be the first to know. We're celebrating our big announcement with an all-day event, Saturday, March 26th, complete with live music from Damn Skippy, food trucks and adult beverages, and what would a big announcement be without little people wrestling? That's right, midget wrestling. Saturday, March 26th at Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. Ride free because of the brave. FortBenningHD.com.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit rdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Welcome back to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. It's now time for Inside the Lair. Today our guest, number 19, Jack Riley. Jack, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. My skate broke this morning, a pre-game skate. Other than that, everything's good.
Ooh, that's not great. Got that fixed, right?
They're working on it. They're working on it.
I didn't know we were catching you at such an awkward time here. Well, I guess let's rebound from that. Let's talk about last night. Not the best game for us. Started very well, obviously. Came out to a 2-0 lead, but that was all it was. Danbury was able to come back, get the 2 points. How do you assess last night's game?
I think we started hot. Obviously, we scored on 5-on-3, which was huge, and then we kind of got a home bounce on the second goal, which helped, and then I think we kind of got too comfortable and didn't really play with too much passion the next two periods, which we should have done to get the win.
When you were talking about that home bounce, we were watching it the whole rest of the game. It just seemed like every puck that went into that corner was just so weird, wasn't it?
It is. So that corner does the same thing. Same with our home corner here. It has a weird little bump in it, so it comes right out to the center. So we kind of know that, which helps us, and it didn't help them right there, which was huge, I guess.
Definitely paid off, but obviously Danbury was able to come back, get to overtime, and then in the shootout. And I mean, I have to ask because, it seemed like this team, they're never really fazed by anything. It doesn't seem like, anything bothers them too much. But do you think maybe that, not panic attitude sort of went against us, that the fact it went all the way to the shootout and we lost it there?
I think maybe to a small aspect that might have something to do with it. I think we need to, kind of just, focus more, every period, if we're up or down, just to play the same way and not get too comfortable out there.
We're speaking with Jack Riley on Inside the Lair. Inside the Lair, as always, is brought to you by the Dragon's Den Pro Shop and the Columbus Ice Rink. Open on Wednesdays every single week for all your ice skating and hockey needs. Turning the page over to tonight. Still got a point out of last night's game, so the weekend still very much in the balance. Right. This game here important, going to have a big bumped crowd, faith and family night, and a whole bunch of things going on. How important is it to get off to that hot start again?
Yeah, it's going to be. It's a huge night for us tonight to set the tone for Sunday. We wanted to get all 3 games this weekend, but we're down to 2 now, so it would be huge if we get away with these next 6 points.
Definitely would, and that would definitely bump us up into second place in the standings. That all-important first-round bye. Still a lot of hockey left to go. I can't imagine too many guys are scoreboard watching, but in a game like this where you essentially control an opponent's fate that's close to you in the standings, it gets you up a little more, doesn't it?
It definitely does, yes. So, we're pumped for tonight. I think it should be a different outcome.
What are one or two of the adjustments that Jerome and the rest of the coaching staff have talked to you guys about between last night's game to tonight?
Kind of just playing with the same passion in the first to hit that into the third too. Just keep the same mindset all through 60 minutes.
All right, last one for you. Anybody to shout out before we get you on your way, Jack?
Shout out my brother. Shout out Mickey. Even though he won't come down here to come visit, but I'll shout him out.
All right, Jack, thanks for your time. Good luck out there.
No problem. Thank you.
Jack Riley on Inside the Lair. Stick around. More Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made from scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, OurDragonsMerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to OurDragonsMerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's OurDragonsMerch.com.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Hat-Tricks getting ready for Game 2 of 3 in this 3-game contest. We're here on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Well, Mike, you were our good luck charm, I guess, last night. 2-0 lead after you had left. Unfortunately, a 3-2 loss when you had come back. Goals in the first period, Jake Krupp and Austin Doe. Krupp's goal, his 15th of the year, a 5-on-3 tally, and then Austin Doe had a very fortunate bounce off the corner to our right in the bottom side of the rink. So, Jack Riley on Inside the Lair told us they're used to that bounce. They know where it's at. Finally, it was able to pay off for him there. So 2-0 heading into the first period, first intermission locker room, into the second intermission locker room as well. And then goals from Nikola Levesque and then Dmitry Kuznetsov with about 3:11 left to go. Got the game to overtime. 9 shots in overtime, and there were no goals, went to the shootout. Dmitry Kuznetsov in the first, and then Johnny Ruiz in the fifth were all that were tallied in. Columbus was able to send 4 shooters, and none of them could beat Brian Wilson. Tough night any way you have to slice it there, Mike, but you do have to be happy that you took a point out of it.
I mean, that's the only saving grace that you have. But I look at it from a point of view that when you have the talent that Danbury has, particularly with Ruiz and with Levesque being the scorers that are out there that are going to bury the puck at any given time, you got to concentrate on that particular line. You got to end up getting to the point where you're able to finish a game. And unfortunately for the River Dragons, those are the guys, Kuznetsov and Levesque were the answer in the second period, and then guys burying it on a shootout one way or the other. But it is what it is. It's a 1 point it's 3 points for Danbury, 1 point for Columbus. So, I mean, that is just the way it's going to be right now, and it didn't help your cause on trying to pass them up because you were just barely percentage points away on the winning percentage.
Yeah, it did not. However, still within striking distance, a 3-point win tonight for Columbus, and that means in regulation, all 3 points going their way. That would see Columbus jump Danbury into tomorrow's finale. Any other sort of result, Danbury still holds on to second place. But again, still a Sunday game to play on top of today's game. However, a very big crowd expected here today, expecting north of 3,000. When you look at it, that's a good pressure to have if you're the Dragons. You're going to have a good atmosphere here in the building. That's going to get you going a little bit more, having that crowd behind you. And I think that might be one of those differences when you look at this game to say, hey, we got the home crowd on our side. Let's utilize it. Because I tell you, when we were in Danbury and the Hat-Tricks were up early, they scored the first goal in every single game, that crowd stayed in it, and it was hard to silence them. So Columbus, in the same way, has to be hard to silence tonight.
No, I mean, as far as when you're on the road, the only way you quiet them is when you bury the puck into the net, and that usually, after you get a few extra of those, crowd goes away. However, tonight, it's a home crowd, and for the River Dragons, and they're out in a situation where they can utilize that energy from the crowd. It is a special night. It's faith and family night. So it's kind of the value setting that we have here in the Chattahoochee Valley. And it's always been a big night, a big show for fans to come out, churches, groups, etc. So looking forward to it, and it should be pretty interesting to see if the River Dragons can absorb some of that positive energy.
Puck drop is less than 20 minutes away. Let's take another break. When we come back, we have a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Up next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey, cheesy, crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously. But as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Hat-Tricks about 15 minutes or so away from dropping puck to ice. We are on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. And now it's time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. First games, both dropping puck at 7 o'clock. We have got the Watertown Wolves at the Binghamton Black Bears. 6 minutes gone in that one. No score. Owen Liskowitz in net for Bingo. Adam Bukaboom in net for Watertown. Last night's game, very interesting. Watertown stormed back from a 5-2 deficit, tied the game up in regulation, won it in, I would say, slightly controversial fashion. There was much to do about what had happened, how the puck had gone in. In layman's terms, how I've described it is Binghamton player tripped the Watertown player as he was going to the net, and the Watertown player, with his momentum, ended up pushing the puck in, and he also made contact with the Binghamton netminder at the time. It is a very oversimplified version of it, but because there was a trip and a contacted goaltender and the puck going over the line, which seems like, you can't push the goaltender in, but as the result of a trip, there was a lot back and forth, and Watertown did end up taking the win out of that, but there was a whole lot of discussion online, a very controversial game that happened in Watertown last night. Tonight they are in Binghamton, and because the Black Bears only took 1 point out of that game, and Delaware won last night, took all 3 points, Binghamton is 1 point away from clinching the playoffs. They only need 1 point their way or 1 point drop from Delaware, and they'll be the fourth team to punch their ticket to the Commissioner's Cup playoffs next season.
Well, you talk about that play with the goaltender and the defenseman. You had a foul that resulted in potentially a foul, meaning that you're going to disallow the goal because you have contact. But I would be curious to see it on replay. I'm going on what you said, but I'm just wondering, if it's the momentum of the guy that's carrying because you tripped him and he gets into the goaltender and the puck rolls across the line. I don't really see what the major, unless he pushed it with his glove or redirected it with his glove in there.
And you know what? That's another thing, too, that a lot of people were discussing. You only get the one angle, really, from Watertown, like you do in most places. So, there isn't a whole lot to be said from what you can and can't see. Thing is, though, you have to go with, what you saw on the ice, and in the moment, it seemed like a good goal. Everyone went with it, and there's going to be some complaining. There's going to be some belly aching for sure, but if anything, it just fuels Binghamton up, I'm sure, much more now at their own home arena to get that playoff spot clinched. Again, only 1 point away from doing so while hosting the Watertown Wolves tonight. Elsewhere, Port Huron is at Delaware. By Delaware's win last night, they have made sure that this weekend they will not be eliminated from the Commissioner's Cup playoff race. Right now, they are 8.5 minutes into the first, and there is no score between the Prowlers and the Thunder as well. We've already got an ejection in this game, though. 1:37 in, Brennan Young and Noah Wild get into a fight and then each get matching game misconducts. 1:37 in.
Continuing altercation.
It must be something like that. There's no extra documentation as to why, but already a very busy score sheet over in Delaware. Trevor Babin gets the pipes for the Thunder. Joe Noonan is in the crease for the Port Huron Prowlers. Again, no score. Delaware out shooting Port Huron by a tally of 14-5. I guess all you had to do was put the Thunder's backs against the wall, tell them they could be eliminated, and man, they have come out and they've played well. 3 points last night and off to a very hot start tonight at their home arena. Carolina Thunderbirds are off tonight. Their magic number is still 6 to clinch their spot in the playoffs. That means if Delaware takes any point out of tonight, Carolina will have to wait till next weekend's worth of play to try and clinch their spot in the playoffs as well. That's around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In, Zelmo's fueling life's passions. We've got 8 of the 11 teams in the SPHL in action tonight. Fayetteville is at Macon, 2-1 lead for the Marksmen through 20 minutes of play. Then Knoxville is at Birmingham. The rest of these games are in the Central Time Zone. 8 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Central, Knoxville at Birmingham. Also top of the hour, Huntsville at Vermilion County. And then Evansville at Quad City for an 8:10 East, 7:10 Central puck drop. Doing the quick math and looking around, Peoria Rivermen, Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, and the Birmingham Bulls are your 3 teams off tonight. That's your Southern Hockey Scoreboard. Let's take a break. When we come back, we have the starting lineups for you next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Something big is coming to Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, and you'll want to be the first to know. We're celebrating our big announcement with an all-day event, Saturday, March 26th, complete with live music from Damn Skippy, food trucks and adult beverages, and what would a big announcement be without little people wrestling? That's right, midget wrestling, Saturday, March 26th at Fort Benning Harley-Davidson.
goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the championship series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season, or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Hat-Tricks just about 10 minutes or so away from puck drop. Until then, we are here on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Time to take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting lineups for the River Dragons presented to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson. Go say hi to Brett Posey and all the guys. 3230 Williams Road in the north of Columbus. They're the Chattahoochee Valley's only authorized Harley-Davidson dealer. In net tonight, number 1, Jared Rutledge. Rutledge, the Chicago, Illinois native, a 9-5-1 record, .886 save percentage, and a 3.52 goals against. Rutledge's last outing was a week ago today at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex, a tightly contested 3-2 loss to the Thunderbirds on that night. So Rutledge back between the pipes, first time in a week for him. The defense in front of Rutledge, number 26, Adam Vanelli, and number 29, Chase Carter. And there's been a late scratch to the lineup. We'll tell you about that in a minute. But the starting forwards, Jack Riley in the middle of MJ Graham and Jay Krupp. Over on the Danbury Hat-Trick side of things, opponent lineups on the River Dragons radio network brought to you by Victoryland Casino. Short drive down I-85 south to Shorter, Alabama. Victoryland Casino, proud partners of your Columbus River Dragons. Brian Wilson gets his second straight start in the net. The Pickering, Ontario native, 8-3-0 record, .897 save percentage, and 3.06 goals against. The defense sees Aaron Atwell and Easton Oliver. Easton Oliver draws into the lineup, so there's a change on the Danbury side of things. And the forward group for Danbury, Johnny Ruiz in the middle of Dimitri Daniluk and Nicola Levesque. Daniluk can play forward and defense, but Ruiz and Levesque, those are the two hotshots you got to look out for, Mike.
Yeah, that's the ones that, again, late in the game, those are the guys that usually the cream rises to the top, and those guys are the ones that usually bury it in.
Taking a look down the lineup, John Stephenson, the Winnipeg native, draws out for Easton Oliver, and we do have a late scratch in the lineup. Marquise Grant Mentis is out tonight for the River Dragons. He was actually penciled into the lineup by Jerome, and then a literal scratch out of his name and adding back in Levi Armstrong. So Armstrong in, Marquise Grant Mentis out. That is a lineup change from last night, and that was to the last minute because Jerome usually confirms with us what he's about to do. We look at our projected lines that we post on social. So a late change, seeing Armstrong in, Grant Mentis out.
And that is an official scratch. When they put 3 lines to your name on your roster spot, you are scratched.
So that is something interesting to watch tonight.
We'll see about did he anything that you noticed last night?
I'm not sure. Last night or into warm-ups, everything seemed to be on the up and up, but we're not sure. We'll probably get some more information after today's game. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll conclude tonight's Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply. Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit rdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting rdragons.com/tickets.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. They've tacked on about 5 more minutes onto our warm-up clock here when we would normally expect the teams out here in just any minute. There's now 7 minutes and some change still left on the clock. So we're going to load up an extra 2-minute break here and just extend the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show by just a little bit. No problem with that, of course. I'm Zach DeBozart. He is Mike V. Mike, I showed you the Binghamton Watertown goal that we talked about during around the FPHL. What were your thoughts there?
I'm not going to, for the angle that I saw, and it's ice, it just looks like maybe 3-4 rows up above the glass, so you're getting kind of a flat view at it. Plus, it looked like that was from the far side penalty box all the way down to the net. Mm-hmm. But looking at the trip itself, he had nowhere to go but down because he was cutting in. It's his last move to finish to the net, and he gets tripped and he goes down like a rock. And he can't put his brakes on at that point. He's going to run into the goaltender. But your player knocks my player into your goaltender. I can't see how you penalize me if that puck went across the goal line, unless I messed around with it with my hand or redirected it with my arm. It wouldn't be a goal. But if it's just the momentum of the puck carrying in as a result of the collision, I see that's a good goal. That's my opinion from what I saw.
But you know what? I agree with you, though, because when you really break it down, yes, it's a foul from the Binghamton side of things. It tripped the Watertown player into the net. Now, I think, and this is where you have the gray area and you don't know from the view, and the only people that know are the referees, the guys that are there, and maybe some fans that were in that section was the puck stopped and then the contact pushed it in some way. That's really where it can all come down to. But ultimately, I think if you really look at it, there's even a potential for a penalty shot there based on where the trip came and how it directed him in and took away a scoring chance. Listen, we can argue semantics all we want, but the end result is Binghamton had their fair share of chances in the overtime period. They were also up by 3 goals during that game. Yeah. So you blew the lead. I know you're going to be frustrated if you're the Black Bears, of course, but that's just one where it just shows how good Watertown is. And yes, even the best teams in the league are going to get breaks sometimes. And if you look at it that way, or whether you say, hey, it was just, either way, Watertown did win that game, and it probably sets up for a very spicy rematch coming up today. It's going on right now over at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena.
Well, for every disputed goal that a team can claim, I'm disputing that goal, he can look back on the regular season and probably see a bunch of goals that he got from a point of view that I don't think that should have counted, and you get them. So it does wash out in the long run. It just hurts that night when you blow a lead like that late in the period.
Definitely does. Let's take a break here, a little unscheduled break. We come back, we'll bring it on camera and close out tonight's Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Something big is coming to Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, and you'll want to be the first to know. We're celebrating our big announcement with an all-day event, Saturday, March 26th, complete with live music from Damn Skippy, food trucks and adult beverages, and what would a big announcement be without little people wrestling? That's right, midget wrestling. Saturday, March 26th at Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. Ride free because of the brave. FortBenningHD.com.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit rdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Welcome back in here to the Harvey Lumber Press Box on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. We're just moments away from getting this puck dropped between your Columbus River Dragons and the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Your kinetic goaltending matchup looks like this. Starting in net for the Hat-Tricks is number 30, Brian Wilson, an 8-3-0 record, .897 save percentage, and a 3.06 goals against average. Over on the other side of things, Jared Rutledge will man the pipes for Columbus, 9-5-1 record for him, .886 save percentage, and a 3.52 goals against. You got to put last night behind you if you're the River Dragons. Everything from the result to maybe the effort you saw, especially in the second half of the game. Danbury came out, looked like they were the hungrier team, battled back. Not only you could see it in the shot department where they were rising up and eventually overtook Columbus at certain points in the game after Columbus had exploded out to a huge offensive lead, but then obviously coming back from 2-2 and the general momentum and mood of the game into the third period. Danbury never laid down, and for Columbus, you have to expect that coming into today's game. Keep your foot on them to take away 3 points tonight and emerge back into second place. Remember, a 3-point win for Columbus tonight in regulation will allow them to have second place heading into Sunday's game. Any other result, Danbury still in the driver's seat for second place heading into the series finale tomorrow afternoon. That'll do it for the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. When we come back, myself and Mike V will be on the call for the Sun South John Deere first period after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
You've been listening to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on 106.9 Really Rocks. The call of the game is just moments away after we pause for a short break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
At Southern States Bank, the Common Sense Bank, we're a true community bank that supports the places we serve. Our people live, work, and play in your community, and you will find us cheering for the River Dragons right alongside you in the stands. With convenient locations throughout Alabama and Georgia, we're never too far away to handle any of your financial concerns. Call, click, or come by and see how we can help you make sense out of your banking. Visit us online at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 410611.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds membership in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood. Prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
Stay up to date with everything Columbus River Dragons by following the team on social media. Stay in the know with all the team news on Facebook and Instagram. Get live in-game updates via Twitter. And of course, catch every game on the YouTube page. Following is easy. Search at @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's never been easier to stay in the loop with your favorite hockey team. So what's stopping you? Drop us a fun comment or send us a message and we may just feature you on the feeds. That's C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Twitter, Instagram, and
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game was brought to you by Sun South, John Deere, Houston Clinic, Burger King, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Country Inn and Suites, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi Cola, John Emerald Distilling, Wade Cleaners, and P&B Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Zach DeBozart.
Our nation's anthem has been sung. Tonight's rendition by Kaylin Walton. And with that, we are all set. Welcome into the Columbus Civic Center, everybody. It's hockey time on the Chattahoochee. River Dragons and Hat-Tricks on a Saturday night. Game 2 of 3 of this 3 games in 3 night set. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Mike, should be a lot of fun tonight. Crowd filling in nicely. It's going to be a loud atmosphere here in the Civic Center.
Yeah, and you know, they're still coming in, too. I mean, groups, you know how that is. They've got to get their popcorn and their sodas and everything else. I'm looking forward to this noisy crowd in here and help the River Dragons grab some energy. Interesting enough, too, line last night they matched up the lines a little bit different than they did tonight. Going to put a checking line on Reese and Levesque, I guess, and keep Petro Antonio separated from the way they had it last night.
Well, we'll see what they do in terms of matching lines with the River Dragons tonight because of the late scratch to the lineup. Grant Mentis out, Armstrong in. He was dealing with a bit of a lower body injury picked up at the end of the series in Carolina, shaking that off, and is able to draw in to allow Jerome Bichard to have a full bench tonight. Over to our left, it is Jared Rutledge, and the River Dragons dressed in the blackout jerseys. Blackout C logo on the chest, black helmets, gray numbers, and teal trim all throughout the uniform. They go left to right across your radio dial. Over to our right, it's Brian Wilson. Hat-Tricks in the road white jerseys with the rabbit head logo on the chest. Black helmets, black numbers with orange trim, and a black and orange belt on the uniform. They will go right to left. Jack Riley is the starting center out for Jerome Bichard, split between MJ Graham and Jay Krupp. Carter and Vanelli on defense. Over on the Hattricks side of things, they start out with Oliver and Atwell on defense. Easton Oliver wearing number 2 tonight. He's number 6 in your scorecards. We apologize for that clerical error on it. So Oliver and Atwell on the back end with Daniluk and Levesque on the wings. Johnny Ruiz, the Danbury captain, gets ready to take tonight's opening faceoff. A little bit of a longer opening ceremony here tonight. After we got through our pregame puck drop, we also have the check presentation from our military night last month that you see down there at ice level. Nearly $15,000 was raised for WTVM's Operation Victory that benefits 3 different nonprofits here in the Chattahoochee Valley, specializing in veteran care for them and their families. A great initiative that all was a part through our military specialty jerseys. You can see 1 or 2 of the people down there wearing those as well. We thank everybody who participated in those auctions, in those raffles, just did anything they could to help be part of what was an incredible atmosphere here in Columbus. And now we see the fruits of all of that going to great causes.
I mean, that's a substantial amount of money to go for aid to the nonprofits. And, of course, this community is, with its close ties to Fort Benning, obviously side by each, have always been amazing to me. The charitable ways of this community that takes care of their military, and it's just something to be proud of if you're from this area. And then on the other hand of it, being a veteran myself, you kind of get to see some of the things that they're able to do when you go into the VA, and you get to see the different programs and non-governmental nonprofits that they have.
All right, with that, it's time to play some hockey. River Dragons left to right, Hattricks right to left. Your officiating crew tonight, Lyons and Glaui are the referees. Glassman and Richard are your linesmen. Puck is down. We are underway here in the first. Immediately, Jack Riley's stick broke off of the opening draw. Danbury won it and has control. Ruiz trying to play it across center ice. Carter reads it, and he'll throw it into the zone left wing side. This one rims around. Atwell dodges a check, but it's tied up in the corners. MJ Graham gets in front of him. Riley from behind the net stops it up. MJ sets a little bit of a pick. Atwell checking on the back of Riley, trying to force him to lose the puck. Graham has it to the middle. Krupp, he scores! Jay Krupp along the ice, goals in back-to-back games, and 31 seconds in, Columbus is in front.
Krupp at the right spot at the right time in the slot. Got a great pass that came over right cleanly, and then just put a little wrister low on the ice, and that takes care of one out of the way.
I guess Jerome had some kind of feeling after warm-up, seeing those guys after they got off. They got the start, and they pay off immediately. Jay Krupp, 16th goal on the season, and we are already up 1-0 here in Columbus. And hearing from Dana Parker just half a minute into the game.
He shoots! River Dragons goal scored by number 22, Jay Krupp. His 16th goal of the season. Assisted by number 19, Jack Riley, and number 8, MJ Graham at 31 seconds.
Riley and Graham will pick up the assist on Krupp's goal 31 seconds in, and Danbury has iced the puck. You talk about a crowd giving Columbus some life. The River Dragons have responded. They're giving the crowd everything they want right now.
Yeah, and it's just 50-something seconds into it.
Bersani tried to win it back, but Ozelins just got caught in some quicksand there at the center point. Danbury's going to take it away from him. Right circle, Ojic to the middle. That one just got out of the reach of Corey Anderson. Petrantonio, he sends that one ahead. Ian White didn't want to pinch up on the play, so Brown will knock it away from his own blue line. Rutledge slows this one up. Ozelins has it near side circle. He'll skate it up ahead, looking for a long pass. That one's in the feet of Susi, and Susi will move it off of his teammate Kuznetsov, and it'll be halved by White in his own end. 18:38 left to go here in the first. Columbus already up 1-0. Thanks to Jay Krupp, 16th of the year. This one's sent down ice. They say a hat trick could have touched it, so no icing. Wilson's going to come out and play it. Good one-touch passing here from the Rabbits, and they get out of their own zone. Aslan trying to chip around a man. That's Grade. Grade holds his positioning and has it along the blue. Gives it over to Nolan. Doesn't have the red line, but he'll shoot it in on net. Gloved there by Wilson, and he played it away. Then he turned it over. Susi just let it go by him. Underwood had a chance at it. He took a weird spill, but passed to the left point and just wide of the blocker hand on Wilson. 2 minutes gone here in the first period. Grade will dump this one in. Columbus touches up on the delayed offsides. Kuznetsov skating this one out of his own end. Now spins it back for a little support as Jack Riley's in there on the forecheck. Kuznetsov still doing circles in his own end. Riley happy to stay with him. And now he'll let it off to the far circle to Soucy.
Yeah, I mean, a strange play with the glove on the goaltender. That almost proved to be a very tragic thing for Danbury.
This one dumped in by Aslan. Rutledge will slow it up there. Played over to the right wing side, Vanelli. Let's go Dragons. The chant here from the crowd. They're engaged early. Krupp from behind the net. Right wing circle with it. Off the wall to Vanelli. His shot just wide of the blocker hand. That was from distance. Wilson saw it late. Now Daniluk trying to chip it out. Vanelli gave it the baseball swing. Foul tip, it still got out. Now Ruiz up ahead, passing it to an open right wing circle, and Levesque was too far behind the play. He's got it in the corner, played to the middle. Daniluk knocked it down, but at the top of the crease he couldn't handle it. Now here's MJ Graham with some speed right wing. Gives it to Riley. His shot just missed the top right corner. This line is buzzing early as it goes off the glass and out of play. Riley, Krupp, and Graham had something good going for them in pregame skate, pregame meal, I don't know what, but they are on fire to start this game. 16:56 to go in the first.
Yeah, I mean, Krupp gets that goal, and now they're running around trying to get another one. The energy out there is very positive. I like the start of the River Dragons here to start things off.
Bersani against Anderson on this draw. Bersani will win it, goes back to the point. Ozelinch holds it into the right wing corner. Oliver takes a big check there from Petrantonio. Behind the net it goes. McDonald. Petrantonio finishes his check on him too, but the Hat-Tricks are able to get it out to the red line. Over on the far side wing, Bersani, he takes a check there from Ojic as he dumps it in. Crowd doesn't like that. Hat-Tricks still with the puck. And now we get a whistle. Oh, and the play is offsides out of all of that.
Wow.
So I was wondering if there was just a late arm up from the referees, but it is offsides. River Dragons were in a delayed offside situation, and Petrantonio's check constituted playing the puck, so we get the whistle.
Well, you got a couple of hits thrown in there early.
Bersani and Corey Anderson tie up. Anderson wins it. And now McDonald will have it on the near side wing. He plays this one down, and White Duck did not get a tip on it. Ooh, but Ojic.
Man, I thought, did he not win that?
I thought Ojic not only had the hash marks, but he had the angle to the puck. And the referee is going to point to center ice, and Danbury is going to be allowed to make a change if they so desire. But that was going to be that might have been a design play, to be honest with you, from the Hat-Tricks to get Ojic free on that right wing side with the rim around from deep.
I mean, he definitely had. I mean, it's a right call. They're putting it center ice.
Bersani will win this one. Petrantonio boxing out on White Duck. It's deflected off of him into his own zone. Ojic canceled out by the captain. Anderson spinning away from a hit, played it in deeper, but now Columbus quickly takes it back the other way. Bersani trying to thread through some bodies. Doe looking for it in the middle of all that scrum. Right point, he has it. His shot well wide of the blocker hand. Armstrong with it there. He takes a big hit at the half wall. Now Bersani runs into man as it's played underneath the goal line. McDonald takes his puck up. McDonald, big crunching hit there from Armstrong as it's dumped in. White Duck has it and is able to flip it off the boards away from Army. This one dumped back into the Columbus zone. Grade and White play a little catch. Now dropping it back. Underwood to the Columbus defense. Grade goes off the wall near side, and Anderson just got blown up with a big hit from Oliver. Shot left circle by Graham.
That's a penalty.
That one missed wide, and a penalty is coming up to the Hat-Tricks. Might be on that hit. Rutledge is to the bench. It is 6-on-5 right now.
Awful close to being boarding.
Grade tips it there for Kuznetsov. And we await the referee's hand signal as the Hat-Tricks penalty box door opens. And it is interference.
Well, he took one. He got interfered with. There's no doubt about that. When his back went into the Pepsi sign on the in front of the Danbury bench. Boy, I'll tell you what, the hitting tonight, it didn't see that much of it last night, but boy, all of a sudden somebody got their feelings hurt out there, and now they're banging each other around.
Easton Oliver, 2 minutes for interference, 15:27 mark here of the first period. River Dragons head to the Georgia power play for the first time. It starts up with a dump down, though, from the Hat-Tricks. Grade has this one from behind his own net. Skating this to the left wing side, a pass to Nolan. Ruiz knocked back, a pass back to Grade. Ruiz right wing circle trying to spin away. Nolan will finish his hit onto Ruiz. Graham tries to come back and get the puck. Ruiz lifted his stick for a moment, and now here's MJ with speed ahead. 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Tied up and pinched off there by Brown and slapped down ice by Ruiz, taken by Rutledge in his own crease, and he moves it up ahead to White. White from the red line. Pass was in between two different Dragons and dumped down by Anderson. Bit of a stagnated start to this power play here, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that they have to get is get set in the Danbury zone. They haven't even done that. We're almost halfway through.
Dragons number 2 on the power play, and it's offsides. Coming in the left wing side with some speed. We'll tell you about the numbers after this. 14:31 to go in the first. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit ourdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons still on the Georgia Power power play for 1:04. Easton Oliver with the interference minor. Columbus number 2 in the FPHL in the power play, 21.1%. Danbury 4th in the league on the kill at 80.8%. Raise the bar with the next generation of light beer. Flight by Yuengling is easy drinking, clean, crisp, and refreshing. Flight is only 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, and 4.2 alcohol by volume. Flight by Yuengling, the official light beer partner of your Columbus River Dragons. Columbus with the zone time here. Over to the right point, Ian White with it now. Over to Petrantonio, flips it along the goal line to Doe, walks it out, overhandled it, and it went off the back end of his stick and dumped down by Corey Anderson. Grade A chance right there for Doe, just came up on edge on him.
I know, I mean, that's like breaking it up on your own self.
Over to the left wing side with speed ahead. This is Vanelli. Vanelli's in over the line. A backhand pass. That one is broken up. That one is broken up by Stephenson, and we'll have to check that. That might be a player in a different numbered jersey, as we thought Stephenson was scratched from today's lineup. Nope, there he is. So our apologies for having some bad info during the pregame show.
Yeah, he's listed on here on the start.
Yeah, there he is. White over for Kirk Underwood. He tries to push this one into the zone. He does. Gets it through Atwell. Underwood loses his helmet, though, and he has to go off for a change just to not pick up a penalty. Brown is tied up here with Schmidt. Anderson trying to come in to help out. 2 seconds and 1, and Oliver is out of the box. And the Hat-Tricks are 1 for 1 to start on their penalty kill. 0 for 1 on the Georgia Power play tonight are the Dragons. Another one coming up against Danbury. Jack Riley with some speed ahead. This one touched by Aslan just as he gets over the line, and a cross-checking call is going against Tobias Ojic. Ojic not too happy about it, showing the referee what he really did with his stick, according to him. And I was writing down the penalty killed off there, Mike. What did you see on that?
I think he's got a good reason to go into that penalty box with a little bit being a little upset. It was a, you know, I mean, is it a cross check? Yeah. Is it one you call a penalty for? I don't think so.
Face off coming to the left of Wilson. A couple of 19s on the draw, Ruiz and Riley. Second Georgia power play of the night for the Dragons. Just after they went 0 for 1, they're right back on it. Dumped down by the Hat-Tricks. Rutledge has this behind his own net. Nolan drops it back here for Grade. And Grade moves it over to Riley, who takes some speed into the neutral zone. Has to deal with Ruiz on his left shoulder, though. Riley tries to dump it out. Grade holds it at the right point. Now Graham tries to bounce around a man, and it's flicked out by Atwell. Chase Carter in his own end. Gives it over to Riley. Again, skates it up the neutral zone, right wing side. Now being bothered by Daniluk on the back check. Riley plays it down into the corner for Krupp. He's got the opening goal in the game. Graham from behind the net to the left point. It's Carter. He walks it. Shot. Blocked. Levesque going to go on a race with Carter, and Carter gets back just in time. Shoulders him off there to win that race and prevent the breakaway. 1:05 left to go in the power play.
That's a very, very hustling play by a defenseman to get back and break that up.
Grade from behind his own net, waiting for Columbus to change up the power play unit. Now a soft flip, gets this one over to White. Nice handles, takes it to the outside. He's in over the line, left wing. A pass to Doe, broken up by Oliver, goes into the corner. Doe drops it for Petrantonio. At the left wing circle, the captain to the right point, Vanelli. Takes it back to the blue line. Here's White, left point. Down to Petrantonio in the left wing corner. 35 seconds left in the power play. Bersani with it along the goal line. To the middle there for Doe. And that one went through his stick as he was tied up with McDonald. White over to the left circle. Petrantonio, little give and go with Vanelli. Petro, left circle, fake the shot, back for Vanelli. Now to White, right point. That one goes off the toe of his stick, and he's able to just hold it in. That one we found, though, off of Doe's stick from McDonald and dumped down the length of the ice. A dozen seconds left and one more rush coming for Columbus on the man advantage.
I really think Vanelli wasn't expecting that pass as much as it went right to him.
Here's Petrantonio with speed, 3-on-3 as he hits the line with the Danbury back checker. Right wing side, he's tied up with Susi. Doe picks it out to the right point. Vanelli, out of the box comes Ojic, 0 for 2, and Ojic interrupts a pass intended for Doe. He gets it back to the middle, and that one knocked away by Johansson, or Stephenson, excuse me, as he's still tied up there with Petrantonio. Now it'll be found here by Ojic, near side circle, in his own end, and he flicks it out to center. 10:50 left to go here in the first. Columbus still in front, 1-0. Susi from behind his own net nearly ran into Levi Armstrong right there. That would have been a bad turnover. He dumps this one down, and icing is on here against the Hat-Tricks as Jake Grade wins the race uncontested. 10:37 to go here in the first. 1-0 Dragons. Shots might be a little light right now. 2-1 in favor of the Dragons halfway through the first period. I mean, I know it's been a very territorial game, Mike, but I don't think they're that low, are they?
And 2 power plays to boot. You would think you'd get a few more shots. And they have taken the shots. They just haven't been on net. They've been stopped before they get there, or the goaltender just elects to let it go wide.
Tied up in the faceoff dot between Underwood and Ojic. Wing support, right point held in there by Grade. Down into the corner it goes.
Look at that.
Hits that corner weird once again, but nobody there for Columbus to pounce on it. And White Duck moves this one ahead. Kuznetsov trying to go through the legs of Nolan. That'll be sticked away by Rutledge as it falls to him easily. Armstrong can't get it out. Jackson holds in along the blue line. Nolan gives it back for Grade. Circle to circle in his own end. A cross ice pass. Hits Armstrong in the right wing, and he'll gain the red and dump this one in as we are halfway through the first period of play. 1-0 Columbus in front on the Jay Krupp goal, 31 seconds in. Kuznetsov will dump this one in. Jackson's on the back of Ozelinch. Aslan picks it out feet from them. Right circle. Aslan whiffed on the shot, and Ian White is able to take it away. White moves this one to Krupp. MJ Graham wanted to go in on a break. He was covered, and now Wilson comes way out from underneath his own goal line to try and play one away from Krupp, who was hard charging on the forecheck. Right point, held in by White. Pass goes off the thigh of Riley, and it's kicked to Levesque, who's one-on-one with Ozelinch. Levesque, easy backhand for Rutledge to handle there. He will catch it, and we will get another media timeout. 9:29 to go here in the first. 1-0 Columbus on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 9:29 to go here in the first. River Dragons 1, Hat-Tricks nothing. Jay Krupp's goal 31 seconds into this period. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
And if you're Columbus, you gotta say RC Cola. Yes, we got Chris Rowe, got a hand for WRBL.
Face-off coming to the right of Rutledge. White man getting on there is Schmidt for Columbus. They get their 5 out onto the ice. Danbury wins an offensive zone draw. McDonald left point shot, inadvertently blocked there by Daniluk. Oliver can't hold it in. It's a delayed offsides. Levesque touches it left circle, and his shot was sticked away, but it won't end up counting as we get a delayed offsides whistle. 9:21 to go in the first. We check back on the official score sheet that we were given. We were paying so much attention to Grant Mentis' scratch on the other side. Tall Finberg is who is scratched on the other side for Danbury, not John Stephenson. Our apologies to anybody watching in from the Stephenson family.
Yes.
We are back underway after another face-off. Ruiz will dump this one in from just outside the blue. White sends this off the glass, held in by Ruiz left point. Levesque trying to get it back to Ruiz. Nice sweeping stick by Ozelinch there, forces to the far wing. Oliver holds in right point. Ozelinch sends it around to White on the backhand, trying to get this one out. Oliver takes a check, a shot, blocked there by Riley. To the middle, Levesque has it. Left circle, backhand, and a good save made there by Rutledge. Nikola Levesque seeming to be favoring the backhand right now, Mike. That's about his second or third attempt at goal like that.
No, it's definitely his second shot, and that was a little better than the first one. Got a little more oomph on it. Tough to get, like they say, that's the dying art in hockey because of the curved sticks. And kind of guys started going away from that. But that is such an effective shot. You can fool a goaltender very easy by dragging the puck. The backhand, a forward's friend.
Bersani wins this draw. Columbus looking to break out. They do. Carter with a pass to Petrantonio, right wing circle. That kick play just kicked right back into the path of Petrantonio. Doe has it from behind the net now. Doe trying to use the back of the net to get around Susi. They lock shoulders. Now Petrantonio moving it up the wall. Good hold in right there by Carter at the left point. He hit Petrantonio up high with it though. Has to dump it in. It's a delayed offsides. River Dragons touch up. Susi from behind his own net. Up ahead here for White Duck. Now into the path of Ojic. Ojic just getting around the check of Carter, and Carter might have injured himself into the boards. Pass back door. Kodiak White Duck scores.
Yep.
Insult to injury personified right there as Chase Carter missed on the hit and appeared to have injured himself. Created a 2-on-1, and Ojic sent it back door for Kodiak White Duck. That's Quebec native to Quebec native. His fourth goal on the year for White Duck.
You know, I'm just a little concerned about Carter. I hope he didn't do anything to his knee because it was kind of an awkward fall. And once he went down, that allowed wide open ice and able to just bury it and tie this game up.
11:41 mark of the first. Kodiak White Duck, the Kitigan ZB Quebec native, his fourth on the year. His hometown buddy, Tobias Ojic, picked up the assist. Over the near side circle, Levi Armstrong in his own end, trying to skate this one up. Armstrong from the right wing gets it back, dumps it in, off the corner, weird Underwood shot, save made by Wilson. I think the River Dragons just have a beat on this corner now, Mike. Last two nights, they are not afraid to dump pucks into that corner and be out on the circle where they know it might kick out to them.
I mean, really, it's if you ever played pinball, the only thing they could have over there is that bumper that lights up every time it goes in the corner and kicks it out.
Kuznetsov is pointing at it.
Yeah, it's
honestly, at
three
this,
straight times.
At this point, if you're Danbury, you've got to ask for it to be looked at because
I know.
It's now become consistent. I think that's the thing that is a bit crazy.
I mean, I'm not kidding you. I'd go get my skate and just toe it and see if it would flatten it out.
Atwell will dump this one down off the face-off. Aslan in a race here with White. White just able to stay in front of him as those two have contact at the hash marks. Columbus secures the icing call with 7:48 left to go here in the first. Dragons and Hat-Tricks are tied at 1 thanks to Kodiak White Duck's fourth goal of the year.
I think he's lobbying an interference call on that icing. Sure looks like that to me.
Could very well be. Danbury wins the draw. Atwell gives it back to the centerman Jackson. And now up ahead, here's Kuznetsov in over the line. Moves it to the right wing corner. Jackson with it there. Spins it back to the forehand. Right point held in by Brown. A shot. That one blocked. Took something off of it there from Underwood. Now a play up to the left point. Atwell with it here. Atwell to the left circle for Aslan. To the center, to the high slot, I should say. Jackson to left point. Atwell. And a blocker saved by Rutledge goes up into the netting and out of play. 7:22 left to go here in the first. Teams remain tied at 1. We're keeping our eyes on that River Dragons bench.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him get
Chase
worked on
Carter
anymore. Carter's just sitting there.
Yeah, so.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Danbury certainly has the ability to put it on and put it off, don't they? They're really buzzing around the net.
I actually think Carter might be out into the locker room.
Is he?
Trying to count the number of players on the Columbus bench. We'll address that in a little bit. Nikola Levesque with it, and the left wing corner. Levesque fighting through a couple of different checks, trying to get the cycle going to Ruiz. Ruiz has got this left wing circle, being bothered by Nolan. Ruiz takes it down deep behind the net, met by 3 different black jerseys, and now Graham can't get it out past Atwell. Left point, Daniluk comes over to cover, and his shot had to be sticked away by Rutledge onto the high glass. Levesque tied up here with Grade. Into the left wing corner. Daniluk's immediately sandwiched there along the boards. Grade trying to kick it out. It's pinned by the stick of Daniluk. It'll be found by Ruiz, the hash marks. Ruiz tried to fire a shot. That was blocked as Riley stood him up. Ruiz got it back at the dot. Couldn't drop it back. Grade read the drop pass, and Riley sends it out to center. McDonald slaps it right back in. Danbury gets a wholesale change, trying to hem the River Dragons in here. Ojic with the puck. Gets it to Anderson. Right circle. His shot shrugged off there by Rutledge from behind the net. Played that out to the slot. Kicked by Krupp back towards his netminder, and Vanelli was able to read it before Rutledge had to deal with it. Now Vanelli's outlet pass. He whiffed on it, but Nolan's able to find it. Get it up ahead for Graham. Graham trying to move it into the zone. Goes off of his stick and found by McDonald. Up ahead for Ojic. 2-on-2 as he hits the line. Ojic, right wing circle, stops up, shoots that one wide of the blocker hand, and Krupp knocks him down with a big hit. And we get a whistle as Rutledge finds that one. And Krupp is just letting Ojic have it as he skates around from the circle. Easton Oliver comes over, helps to play a little bodyguard along with the linesman.
Yeah, but now you got to deal with Graham. You go from Krupp to Graham if you're him.
5:58 to go in the first, still tied at 1. And that's the thing, when you have Krupp and Graham on the same line, they have that similar hive mind. When one gets going, the other one immediately goes at. And that's good to have. A guy who will have your back absolutely no matter what. Doesn't matter if he was on the other end of the ice. If he's yelling, you're yelling with him.
That's it.
Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the first. Tie hockey game 1-1. Ozelich trying to send this one out. Right point held in by Oliver to the right circle. Aslan's shot. Ozelich was able to take it off of his stick. Doe gets it up for Petrantonio, right wing. 3-on-2 as they hit the line. Petrantonio, right circle shot. Save made by Wilson. Swallows that one up. Holding on to the near post. 5:43 to go in the first. Hat-Trick's a decided lead in shots right now. 7-4 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Heckler & Koch, no compromise.
What the Dragons got to do is win this draw and get some pressure back, build some momentum here with 5:43 left.
Face off to the left of Wilson. Bersani and Jackson, they scrape at it. Jackson ends up winning it behind the net, and Stephenson sends it around for the Hat-Tricks. Held in at the left point there by Ozelich. This one goes up into the air, held in along the glass. Petrantonio tied up with Stephenson. Jackson gets his nose in there. So too does Doe. Now this one punched out of the air by Bersani. This would be a hand pass if it's touched. And Stephenson will slap it down. He and Petrantonio were looking at it. And they're not going to say icing out of this, surprisingly. Vanelli, good fake, forgot the puck, comes back for it as Aslan did the flyby there.
How was that not icing?
Great question. Vanelli up ahead to Doe. Doe just couldn't handle off the first touch. And that one dribbled too far off the stick for Stephenson.
Boy, that was a hit.
Indeed it was, and the crowd responds to that. White from his own blue line. Doe in the middle of a change there, got in the way of the play. It's not too many men on the ice as the River Dragons bench was smart with the change. Nolan will chip that one in. And now Nolan, big crunching hit there on Soucy. And Soucy is down, and Danbury's got control of this puck. And Nolan.
He's moving at least.
Yeah, and Nolan's actually watching over Soucy right now. That's an awkward collision. Two guys going hard into that end wall. And Soucy is down right now, and he's going to have to be looked at. 4:41 left to go in the first. Good time for immediate timeout. 30 seconds, and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Hat-Tricks tied at 1 with 4:41 left to go in the first. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. We were counting the River Dragons players on the bench. Chase Carter is, in fact, in the locker room right now, and Vinny Soucy is in some pain, but he is on the Danbury bench right now, trying to at least tough out the rest of this period. It's been a heck of a game so far in this one. Face-off coming to the left of Wilson.
Well, the hitting, certainly the hitting is a little bit markedly different than it was last night. And for Soucy, it wasn't just one hit he took. He took a good hit by Bersani down here in the corner. And then he took that wipeout behind the net, so not a good shift for Susi. Hopefully he's okay.
Bersani and Ruiz getting ready to take this draw. To the left of Wilson. Ruiz will win it clean. Oh, that one turned over and right at the crease. Wilson had to cover that one up. Austin Doe, good stick. Got that one away from Aaron Atwell and played it to the middle in one fell swoop. And the Danbury netminder, he was ready for it. We'll do it again, Bersani and Ruiz. Ruiz again will win this one into the corner. Atwell a little smarter about having Doe on his back. And Daniluk turned it over. Petrantonio scores! What a blast! One-timer off the turnover, and Columbus gets the lead back 2-1.
You know, when I look at Petrantonio's shot there, I just think of Happy Gilmore when he just kind of took a couple of steps and swung. That was nothing more than just let me turn around and fire the puck as hard as I can, and it rifled up in the corner, and that was the end of that. It's a 2-1 lead.
How frustrated is Johnny Ruiz? Wins 2 straight faceoffs, has to deal with 2 turnovers, and that one a blast from Petrantonio. Beats Wilson for his 31st of the year, and here's Dana Barker.
Maybe. River Dragons goal scored by number 9, Josh Petrantonio. That goal unassisted at 15:30 of the first period.
Petrantonio, unassisted, fresh off that turnover, gives Columbus the 2-1 lead. Now MJ Graham takes the puck off of a face-off win. That hits the kick plate weird, came back to him as he attempted to dump it in, and he took a crunching hit from Atwell. Left circle, White Duck fires just wide of the blocker side on Rutledge. This one held in at the right point by Oliver, not for long though, as Ozelinch plays it up, and now here's MJ Graham with speed. He's got all sorts of hat tricks to deal with around him. Graham to the middle, read by White Duck. Backhand, can't flip it out. White holds in at the left point. Back to the left wing circle. Oliver gets in front of Graham as it's sent around, and now McDonald tries to get it out. Krupp got his stick in the way. Again off that corner weird. Wilson came out to stick it out of danger. Here's Graham from behind the net. Backhand to the middle. That one couldn't get to Riley as Ojic had read it. Vanelli slaps one through the slot. Krupp tied up with too many white jerseys in front. Anderson sends this one down, gets past White at the left point. Icing on. It will not have the legs as Vanelli had to touch it at the bottom of the circles. Man, might want to take up curling after that shot.
Really.
Great touch. Here's Vanelli, right wing circle, trying to get around McDonald there. McDonald sweeps the stick and gets it away from him. In the right wing corner, 2-on-2. Underwood with it from behind the net, trying to play it to the middle. That one goes off of Oliver's skate. Now a left wing corner battle. Hat-tricks get this one up the wall. And Kuznetsov, nice feet ahead to Brett Jackson. He's got Adamo Aslan on his left. 2-on-2. His shot sticked away there by Rutledge. 3 minutes left to go here in the first. Dragons in front, 2-1. Armstrong chips this one into the zone for Columbus. Underwood runs Stephenson out of the play. Armstrong tied up here with Bryce French. It's a 2-on-2 battle. Puck goes out to the far side. Everybody's got their back to it. And now here's Armstrong with it, left wing corner. Armstrong with a pass to Anderson. His shot wide of the blocker. Rebound goes behind the net. Underwood gets tied up, sticks it to the crease though, and Wilson able to knock it away. Heck of a job by Underwood, lying prone on his belly to get one towards the middle.
Yeah.
Now here's Jackson, skates this one out of his own end, sends it down ice. It's on net on Rutledge? No, but they say Rutledge came out of his crease, so that'll negate the icing, and Danbury's able to get that wholesale change. Austin Doe gives this one to Ian White, now flipped up ahead for Bersani. Bersani goes off the body of Atwell, gets it back for himself. Right circle, a backhand pass by Antonio. What a save, Wilson! The red light went on for a moment, but I think the goal judge missed between the red and green light. That was swallowed up by Wilson. A great save. Petrantonio could not find an angle in that prime real estate. 2:07 to go in the first. It remained 2-1.
You know, sometimes goaltenders make great saves, but just standing there, and that's basically what happened. Petrantonio with a nice try there, but right at Bishop. Pardon me.
Wilson.
There
you go. This one, won by Danbury, trying to get this one out. Here's Ruiz. Ruiz right circle with it. Nolan checks him. Installs the puck out for Bersani to shoot it down ice. Brown will have this one. Far side circle in his own end. Brown gets it away. Atwell turned over. Doe to Petrantonio. He scores! Back-to-back goals for the captain, and Columbus is up 3-1.
Man, oh man, oh man. That line exploded and scored. Petrantonio with the wild shot that beat And then, of course, that one right there, and that was a lot easier. He had the perfect open net on that side and just buried it. And look at that. It's 3-1.
3-1. Dragons in front. 1:42 to go in the first. Petrantonio now is 32nd on the year, second of the game. Here is Dana Barker.
He shoots! Dragons goal scored by number 9, Josh Petrantonio. His second of the game, 32nd of the season. Assisted by number 17, Austin Doe at 18-18.
Petrantonio from Doe makes it a 3-1 score off the backboards. Rutledge covers that one up with the glove. And Danbury will have an offensive zone draw to try and stem some of this bleeding. 3-1, Columbus in front late here in the first.
You know, we had that conversation before the pregame, and one thing that you can talk about, certain leads that you get, you play not to lose. Hopefully right now the River Dragons just continue to do what they're doing. You got 1:14 left. Don't let Danbury on the board. Give them some momentum.
Columbus wins the defensive zone draw. This one's sent around by White, and it's going to have too much on it. It will go for icing as it just gets over that goal line at the corner. Armstrong arguing French maybe could have skated a little harder to that, but the icing will be called. 1:06 left to go here in the first, and it is still 3-1.
Is it too early to start talking about maybe a 50-goal scorer on this team?
I don't know. There's not that many games left, though, but Petrantonio, if he keeps up the pace that he has found late here in the season, you could be talking about it potentially. Armstrong able to shed a check there, right wing side. He dumps it into the zone. Underwood going to be first on it in the corner. Underwood to the middle, and that one ramped up off the stick of Wilson as he broke up the centering feed himself. Out into the neutral zone it goes. Armstrong will shoot that one in. Behind the net it goes. Wilson slows it up for Stephenson. 37 seconds left to go here in the first. There's an awkward tumble near the benches. Levesque ends up picking himself up as he starts up his shift from down on the ice. Vanelli chips this one away from Levesque, held in by Jackson, worked it down the wall. Columbus read it. White gets it up ahead for Doe. Now for Vanelli with some speed. Vanelli left wing circle, spins away from a hit, and he split two guys holding on to the blue line between White and Petrantonio. White shoulders off a man there. That's Daniluk. 10 seconds left to go here in the first. Doe hustling in at it. Aaron Atwell trying to box him out. Doe able to knock him down from beneath the goal line, though. Brown seals that up, and he will eat out the remaining seconds from behind the net. And Ruiz having a little laugh there with Bersani as those two are looking outside the scrum. And that'll be it for the first 20 minutes of play. Mike, very entertaining from start to finish. A goal 31 seconds in from Krupp, and then that late tally from Petrantonio. He's got a pair in this game. 3-1, Dragons in front through 20 minutes. Your thoughts?
Oh, I mean, you can't ask for more for a team that you get the game, you get the lead, then you get the game tied, but then you just put your head down and you barrel through. And it was kind of the Petrantonio show for the next two goals, although Krupp and Graham are skating very well out there.
Team's looking very good. Up 3-1 through 20 minutes. Let's take a break. John Emerald Distilling first intermission report starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby. The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit rdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Welcome back in to the Harvey Lumber Press Box here in the Columbus Civic Center. I'm Zach DeBozart. We're here live on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. John Emerald Distilling, proud partners of your Columbus River Dragons, headquartered out in Opelika, Alabama. Live tours and tastings every day that they are open. And, of course, check out a couple of our local favorites here, serving the John Emerald line of products. Nonick Beer Bar and Kitchen downtown, Jarfly on 13th Street, and the Bottle Shop on Broadway. John Emerald Distilling also brings you our weekly Coaches Show that you hear on these same radio stations and in podcast form on the YouTube channel. That's John Emerald Distilling, proud partners of Ignite Sports and Entertainment. Columbus got on the board first. Very hot start in the first period of play. Jay Krupp, 31 seconds in from Jack Riley and MJ Graham. The game's first shift was a fiery one for the Dragons and set up play from behind the net. MJ Graham knew exactly where to get it for Jay Krupp to bury his 16th of the year along the ice past Wilson. We went back and forth. Very timid, very, I don't know what you'd call it, territorial game perhaps, but the shot totals were just not there after that goal went in through the first half of the period. However, Danbury was the one to have the breakthrough when Chase Carter tried to check Tobias Ojic, actually ran himself into the boards on the missed hit, injured himself. We have not seen Chase Carter since, and we've yet to have an update on his status. But Ojic, after he slipped that hit, sent it back door to Kodiak White Duck, and White Duck had his fourth of the year to tie it up 1-1. After that, Columbus found the secret sauce in the offensive zone to really keep Danbury at bay. Two straight face-offs to the left of Wilson resulted in turnovers. One was a great save. The other, Josh Petrantonio let rip from about 20 feet away, caught Wilson off guard, and the captain had his 31st on the year at the 15:30 mark. Not less than 3 minutes later, though, Austin Doe got a stick lift on Aaron Atwell, played it over to Petrantonio, who was sitting beautifully backdoor to slide one home past Wilson, who was down and out, nothing he could do about it. Petrantonio doubled his goal total for the day, his 32nd of the year, and gave Columbus a 3-1 lead through 20 minutes of play. 9-8, Danbury leads in terms of shots on goal, and the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Heckler & Koch, no compromise. And so far tonight, River Dragons, they're 0 for 2 on the Georgia power play and have yet to have their first Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Most of the numbers looking pretty good. Always find something to tweak on and improve, and we'll talk about that with Mike V later on in this intermission report. For now, time to take a break. When we come back, I'll be joined by Mike again on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The
Chattahooche's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons in front 3-1 through 20 minutes of play. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. We have a mild delay. Now the Zamboni is back out onto the ice. We were alerted while we went off to break. There was a PSA in the building. Apparently somebody had parked their car at the Zamboni Bay entrance. And I'll be honest with you, you have to kind of know where that lot is. So I don't know who could have done that.
I mean, just look at it from common sense. Do you park in front of any garage door? No. I mean, you don't block a garage door, but somebody did.
I don't know. That was a funny one. So we're going to have a little bit of a delayed start to the second period as Zamboni has just made its way out onto the ice. But right now, it is time to look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. Both other games in the FPHL got started at 7 o'clock tonight, so they're about a half hour plus ahead of us. The Port Huron Prowlers are at the Delaware Thunder, and the Prowlers have a 2-1 lead about halfway through the game. Actually, more than that. There's 4 minutes left to go in the second period. Alex Johnson late in the first, and then Sam Merritt, 8:23 mark of the second, a power play goal, gave Port Huron a 2-0 lead. However, newly acquired Dan Cangelosi from Delaware, from Port Huron actually, scored a power play goal against his old team, 9:35 mark on the power play to bring Delaware back within one. We did mention the very crazy start to this game. 1:37 into the first, Noah Wild and Brennan Young each picking up fighting majors and a game misconduct. So a little bit more than 90 seconds into the game, and both benches were down a player there, Mike.
Yeah. You know, that's the type of thing those boys put the suit on, go up in the crowd, and sip on some sodas.
There are about, again, 3.5 minutes left to go in the second. Both teams right now are averaging close to a shot a minute. Delaware 38, Port Huron 34. Very offensive-minded game right now. And again, the Prowlers are in front by a score of 2-1. Elsewhere, the Battle of New York transitions over to Binghamton, Division's Veterans Memorial Arena. The Black Bears are in front 3-1 over the Watertown Wolves. All the scoring in the second period that still has about 5 minutes and some change in it. Binghamton got the first 3 goals. 24 seconds into the second, Tyler Jurich, and then Nikita Ivashkin. 2 straight goals, 46 seconds apart, made it 3-0 bingo. However, Watertown's Kyle Heitzner, newly acquired, able to get a goal at the 13:49 mark, stem that bleeding a little bit for the Wolves. It's 3-1 Black Bears as they trend towards the late part of the second period. Remember, if Binghamton takes any point out of that game or Delaware drops any points out of their game, the Black Bears will have an X by their name with their magic number being at 1. And of course, here at the Columbus Civic Center, Columbus leads the Hat-Tricks by a score of 3-1. That's your look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. We take a look at the SPHL on the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Fayetteville leads Macon by a score of 3-1. We'll jump into that game in just a moment. Scoreless as they've started up in Birmingham, 7.5 minutes gone. Knoxville and Birmingham are scoreless. Huntsville an early 1-0 lead over Vermilion County, 7:04 to go in the first. And then Evansville and Quad City, they're about 6 minutes into that contest, and there is no score between the Thunderbolts and the Storm. That means the Peoria Rivermen, the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, and who else am I missing? Oh, the Pensacola Ice Flyers. There it is. I had that written down somewhere. Those are your three teams that are off in the SPHL tonight. Let's take another break. When we come back, we get ourselves ready to go. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm trying to gauge out the time here. Because, Mike, we know you got to go after this.
Yeah.
We're trying to gauge the time because the Zamboni's still making its way around, and I guess they just found a way to get around that car because there was another listing for its license plate for somebody to get out and move it.
How do you park your car in front of the major door of an arena with the event happening inside?
I don't know what's going on. But I will say we do have to say goodbye to you here, Mike, after this segment. Pleasure as always. Obviously, very good period we got to see here. Now, hopefully, last time you left us, we had a 2-goal lead. Hopefully, we don't have a repeat of last night's game.
No, I'm looking forward to the 3 points that you can grab out of this game, and then tomorrow we'll see if they can grab another 3.
All right. Well, that sounds great, Mike. Appreciate your time as always. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, a look ahead, Wild Animal Safari second period next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
If you know building materials, and I know you do, then nobody's going to be able to sell you something that you don't need at a price that is ridiculous to pay for. So you always go to Harvey Lumber for everything you need because you've come to expect no less than the very best product at the lowest possible price from the very best team of folks in the building materials business. But for other folks like me, I can't even build a stick. I need somebody that I can trust, not to try and oversell me or upsell me on things I don't need in the first place. I guess what I'm trying to say is I may not know a lot about building materials and the right tools for the job, but I do know Harvey Lumber. And I know that they have never and will never steer me wrong or let me down. You can always trust the folks that have been in business in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Dale Castile and that superb bunch of folks at Harvey Lumber Company, 800 15th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Welcome back in to the Harvey Lumber press box here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons in front by a score of 3-1. I'm Zach DeBozart. Mike V had just left us, has to go off to his nighttime job, I guess, but it was always great to have him up here and get his insight on the game. And, of course, a little bit of deja vu. Last time we were at this point, Columbus had a 2-0 lead, 2-goal lead. You know what they say about those. Danbury was able to find a way to claw back into the game and get themselves the shootout victory. Surely Columbus will have learned some of the lessons from last night carried over into tonight. For example, the offense already flowing a little bit more than what we saw in last night with the 3 goals in this period as opposed to 2 goals all game on Friday night. But again, it comes down to really the same things we said at this point in yesterday's broadcast, to just be able to keep your foot down on the gas pedal, continue to put shots in. I'll be honest with you, Petro Antonio's blast, that one really powered through Wilson, but the rest of the goals you've seen Columbus score have been a product of moving him side to side or surprising him with shots that maybe he isn't quite expecting. All of a sudden, some of the maybe unorthodox play or the quicker play from the Dragons has found themselves some gaps in the Danbury defense and found a way past Brian Wilson, who, let's be honest, after the first period the night before, certainly just seemed infallible. Now, with the Dragons in front 3-1, ahead of another 40 minutes left to play, they find themselves up by 2 once again. Let's hope not for a repeat of last night, but for a way to take 3 points if you're Columbus, and with those 3 points and a potential win, could move up over Danbury ahead of that Sunday series finale. Still a lot of hockey left to play, and I see him heading up the stairs right now. We'll hear from Mike Cosentino for the rest of this game. We're going to take a break for right now. The John Emerald Distilling first intermission report is over. When we come back, time for the call of the Wild Animal Safari second period next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the championship series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season, or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Hat-Tricks back out onto the ice, ready to start this second period of play. Columbus will go right to left across your radio dials in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Jared Rutledge, 8 saves on 9 shots for him. Dragons dressed in the all-black look with the blackout grade C Dragon logo on the chest, gray numbers and teal trim right to left in this middle frame. Over to our left, Brian Wilson. Rough period for him. 5 saves on 8 shots, and the hat-tricks in the road whites with the rabbit head logo on the chest, black helmets and numbers with orange trim, and a black and orange belt on the uniform. They will go left to right. I'm Zach DeBozart, and welcome into the broadcast here, Mike Cosentino. Mike, good to see you again.
Zach, it's good to see you as always.
Well, what did you think of that first period of play for the minute or so we had here? Obviously good to see Columbus in front, up by 2 again.
I really liked the period, honestly. I think we were moving really fast, really well. Our first line looked really, really good. The Bersani, Petrantonio, and Doe line looked really, really strong to start.
Face-off underway, and we are going here in the second period with Ruiz winning that from Riley. This one's dumped down at Rutledge, and he will glove it away for Ian White behind the nets. White gives it over. Ozelinch now played up the wall. Jay Krupp at the red line. Chips that one into the zone. Wilson, odd bounce, and Riley missed it! Oh my goodness! An odd bounce on the other end of the ice, and Riley skied that one over the bar, sitting right there on the doorstep. Oh my, Graham cycles this one back for Riley. Graham took an awkward fall there as he's down in the corner. Right point, a shot coming in there from Vanelli, and that one goes wide.
I think that puck might have hopped up on Riley just as he went to shoot it.
Must have. He got way too much air on it than it needed. Ruiz dumps that one in from the red line. And now here we go. Columbus trying to chip this one out. It's knocked down by Corey Anderson. He holds in along the blue, plays it to the left wing corner. Vanelli from behind the net gets in front of Ojic. Vanelli trying to chip around one. He'll reach back, grab the puck. Ojic lines him up for a big hit, but he passes it ahead. Riley gets it over to Graham on the right wing wall. Dropped back. Krupp was heading off for a change, and he'd abandoned the point. Now Ojic, a little give and go there with White Duck. Those two combined for the one Danbury goal tonight. White Duck, a pass across the crease. He took a big hit, and nobody was there in the slot for the hat-tricks. Now Doe moves this one up left wing side, chips it around Brown. Atwell will be first on it in the near side corner. Atwell being sticked at by Doe. He's on his back. Doe has forced a couple of turnovers from Atwell, including one that set up Petrantonio on one of his 2 goals.
Notice Danbury's being much more aggressive on the forecheck tonight already.
Must have heard what you were saying yesterday.
I
Atwell,
should probably shut my
awkward
mouth.
flinch off of the stanchion there. Bersani dropping it back to Doe, and he has to be taken behind the net there by Jackson as the puck was in his feet. Boy, if you're Brian Wilson, you just cannot get away from the odd bounces. We know about the one corner on the other end. They changed sides. 2 minutes here into the second. We've probably seen 2 or 3 odd ones on this end.
There's another one just now. Yeah, those boards are really difficult. It makes you hesitate as a goalie because you want to come out and help your team, but you also don't want to come out and have it bounce right in the middle of the ice.
Bersani with a big check on Atwell, but he was able to release the puck in time. Jackson at the right point dumps it down into the Columbus end. Grade from behind his own net moves this one up here for Armstrong. Armstrong, nice pass through the legs of a defender, finds Dalton Anderson through the middle, 2-on-2 with Armstrong wide, shot blocked there by Stephenson. Left circle, another shot goes across the crease. Armstrong couldn't get a touch to it. White will fire from the right point. That one goes off the boards, and this one will be flipped by Jackson to center. Brad Nolan has it here.
Levi Armstrong having a really good game so far. He was a late addition, obviously, for Marquise Grant-Mentis, but he's playing really hard so far.
White played that out, hit the linesman, so it died right into the feet of a hat-tricks player. That's Kuznetsov. His shot ramped off the stick of Nolan and goes to the near corner. Picked up by Jackson. Now moves it over to the left point, taken off the wall there for McDonald. Daniluk was tied up there with Underwood, and Underwood hauls him down, and we'll get a penalty. 16:58 to go in the second. And here comes the first Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night for the Dragons. Kirk Underwood, they're going to call 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, hard to argue with that one. I don't even think Kirk really meant to trip him. I think he was just trying to stay close to him, but he got his stick in between his legs, and that's 2 minutes.
Houston Clinic penalty kill on for the first time tonight. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Columbus, number 1 on the penalty kill at 84.8%. Danbury, 5th in the 7-team FPHL, 18.3% efficiency on the man advantage. Ruiz left circle to Levesque. Danbury has zone time immediately off the hop. Levesque shot left circle. Great save made there by Rutledge. And we get a whistle.
Yeah, for the people at home, 84%, 85% on a penalty kill for a hockey team is absolutely tremendous. Anything above 70, 75% is considered above average.
One by Anderson. Ruiz fires a shot high slot. Rebound went away from Anderson. Ruiz gets it back. He shoots. Great pad save. Rebound Anderson, and Rutledge has that one too. Rutledge, couple of great saves with the left pillow, and then a rebound kicked out to Anderson. And just going down on all fours, being able to get that puck, keep it in front of him, and keep this game where it's at. 3-1 in favor of the Dragons.
A couple of really nice saves by Rutledge there. I noticed Danbury's power plays being a little bit more simple, at least so far. They're kind of just getting the puck to the net as opposed to last night where they were trying to kind of set up the perfect play.
Look out. Oh, that one a bad hop off of that same corner. Rutledge was ready for it as that one stops in the crease. At a certain point, we're going to have to take a sledgehammer to these boards, right, Mike?
If somebody doesn't, I'm going to go down there and do it.
Oh, man. We playing on an ice sheet or we playing on a pinball table?
Yeah.
I don't know what. Ruiz kicks that one forward. Ozelinch rims around and, again, doesn't hug along the boards, just sort of juts out and gets out to center ice for the Dragons. Man, I don't know if there's a bigger home ice advantage than what we've been seeing this weekend for Columbus, if they're able to follow and know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Oliver checks Ozelinch there. He's got the puck. And now from behind the net, Levesque with it. Now Anderson will rim this one around. Oliver holds in at the left point. To the left wing circle. It's Ruiz down to the goal line. Jackson a pass across. That one ramped up off some sticks. Anderson right point holds in. McDonald with it here now. McDonald across to Oliver. It's in his feet on the wall. Doe was pressuring. Now Levesque gets it down for Ruiz. Ruiz deep underneath the goal line. Emerges on the other side with it now. Cycles to Levesque. Back for Ruiz, left point. His shot deflected by Anderson. And that one goes off the top of the glass, into the netting, and out of play. 15:40 left to go here in the second. Dragons still in front, 3-1, 42 seconds remaining in Underwood's minor.
Penalty kill looks good so far. Once again, Danbury, they had some success early on in this power play when they just got the puck to the net. Now they're kind of trying to be too cute, and it's not really working out for them.
Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. Anderson wins this one. White tries to send it around. Grade in a battle there with Brown. Now Atwell pinching on the play, helps out. Ojic from behind the net, taking this one to the near side wing, emerges on the forehand, takes a stick there from White. Ojic holding on to his wrist there, looking for a call, none coming, and now Ojic will just head to the bench as he deals with that. Dumped down the length of the ice by Columbus. 20 seconds left to go here in the Houston Clinic penalty kill.
I think Ian White might have gotten away with one there.
Atwell, left wing side, 4-on-3 as he hits the line. Left circle, spins it back onto the backhand. Nolan pressuring him. Brown trying to activate here. He gets onto the back of Nolan. 2-on-2 scrum. It leaks out Danbury's way. Atwell with it, bottom of the circles. Played to the side of the net. Back in. Great save there by Rutledge. Standing tall in the butterfly off of Jackson. Now out of the box comes Underwood. Little give and go with Dalton Anderson. It's a 2-on-1. Penalty coming up. Anderson plays it across. It looks like Atwell got a hook in onto Underwood to prevent him from going at that puck. Now Atwell will touch it, and we will get the call. Hooking, and Columbus will head to the Georgia Power power play out of this media timeout. 14:41 to go in the second. 3-1 with Columbus on a power play after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
It's a copy when you can own the real thing. At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 14:41 to go in the second. Aaron Atwell, 2 minutes for hooking right after the River Dragons had killed a penalty of their own. 1-for-1 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill, and now about to be on their third Georgia Power power play of the night. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike Costantino. And it's just been a crazy night here, Mike, hasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's a huge penalty kill for the Dragons. Rutledge with some nice saves, some nice defensive plays, and a chance to really open this one up here.
Faceoff will come to the left of Wilson. MJ Graham out there to take the draw against Ruiz. Ruiz will win it. Oliver sends it around left point, held in by Nolan. Weird hop off of the kick plate, but this one will go Danbury's way as Oliver shoots at the length of the ice. At what rate do you stop trusting the boards for passes, Mike, just for what we've seen today?
Well, it's also circumstantial to the game and the score of the game. I mean, obviously, if you're up by a little bit, you can take some more chances.
Here's MJ Graham, left circle, a shot. Pad save made by Wilson, and the rebound goes over to the far corner. Riley takes a check there from Oliver. He caught an edge. Now here's Ruiz with speed. Shorthanded are the hat tricks. Ruiz shot, flutters well wide. Now Columbus trying to take advantage of Danbury in the middle of a change. Krupp fell down in the middle of all that chaos. And here's Riley with it at the left point. Riley lost it. Levesque has it. Levesque's got an open wing. White tracks back. Levesque shot. And a blocker save made there by Rutledge.
I think Levesque knew he wasn't beating Ian White in a one-on-one there, so he just shot the puck.
Ian White works it away from him, sends it up ahead. Now with some speed, right wing. Here's Riley. Riley trying to get around his man. That's French. Riley will run around behind the net for Krupp. On the backhand, he takes it back to that far corner. Now he emerges right wing circle with it. Krupp has the play set up. Right wing hash. Now to the right point. Just held in there by Vanelli. D to D over to White. Now back for Vanelli at the center point. Anderson watching over him, putting a stick in the passing lane. Rimmed around the boards. Brown continues it along its way, and it will get out past that left point. Ian White couldn't get there in time. 30 seconds left to go in Atwell's penalty. Well, here's White up ahead. Petrantonio 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Petrantonio right circle to Bersani. Pass to the middle, and Petrantonio was bodied up and lost his stick. Down the ice it goes. 15 ticks remaining in the Georgia Power play as Rutledge will stop this one behind the net, and White will take over. Ian White, long pass up ahead. He hits Bersani on the tape, comes in over the line on sides. Pass to an open left wing. Vanelli off the wall, a little too strong, and Petrantonio overskated it as Ojic was able to get in front of him. Danbury dumps it down just as Atwell comes out of the box. And 0-for-3 in the Georgia Power play tonight are the Dragons, still up 3-1.
Good movement by both units, just nothing really doing so far.
Doe at his own blue line had it knocked back onto his tape. Off the wall, Petrantonio finds it on the right side of red and dumps this one down. One gets sent around the boards. Petrantonio tried to line up a hit. A man dodged it there. Doe couldn't come in with it. Dodging that hit was Brett Jackson, and now here's Kuznetsov with it ahead. Kuznetsov, right wing circle. His shot, stick save made Rutledge, and he'll corral the rebound right in front of Adamo Aslan. 12:05 to go here in the second. Hat-Tricks, despite being down a man, found a couple of shots, and they've been cruising in this period. 17-10. They lead in shots right now. That's an 8-2 count here, first 8 minutes of the second period.
Yeah, and sometimes a penalty kill can give you just as much, if not more, momentum than a power play. So it's looking like that kind of happened there for Danbury.
Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. Ruiz to take it against Dalton Anderson. Anderson won that clean along the glass. Ruiz got to it first, though, and that one was out at the center point as McDonald couldn't come over. Goes D to D for Oliver, and now here comes Danbury back in over the line. Ruiz dropping it back for Levesque. Underwood read it there. Underwood able to get it out. McDonald slaps it back in, and the Hat-Tricks touch up on a delayed offsides.
If you watch Johnny Ruiz on taking face-offs, he goes for that same play almost every single time where he pushes the puck through, and it works for him.
Levesque intercepted one in the neutral zone. Rutledge almost caught a rut in the ice there. And now Oslynch gave it over to Grady, tried to give it back. Levesque interrupted. Ruiz puts a hit on a man. Left point, McDonald with it. Walks it over to Oliver. Right circle, pass to the middle. And that one had a couple of chances for deflection, but it couldn't be found at the back post. Now Armstrong one-on-one all alone as the teams are changing behind this. Armstrong stops up right circle, waits for reinforcements, pass to the middle, and Oliver knocks it away for Danbury. Down to the red line it goes for Vanelli. 11:08 to go here in the second. Dragons in front 3-1. All of our offense came back in the first period of play. 2 from Petrantonio. Krupp has another one for Columbus. It is Kodiak White Duck, the Danbury goal scorer. Here's Ojic moving this one over the left wing circle. Anderson's shot, and a good save made by Rutledge. Calm as you like in the butterfly towards that far post. 10:52 now to go in the second. 3-1, Dragons still in front.
Yeah, this game is starting to look very similar to yesterday's game in the sense that we had a really, really good first period, got some goals, had some offense, and now we're taking our foot off the gas a little bit. So we got to get back to how we were playing in the beginning.
Face-off coming to the right of Rutledge. Anderson goes in hard at it, wins it. Brown a shot, sticked away by Ruddy. This one tied up at the slot, and Vanelli will dump this one down to the Danbury blue line. Brown a little D to Atwell, whiffed on the first outlet pass, I should say. And now back at the Columbus blue line, it'll be found. Riley back skating, trying to protect the puck. Ojic got in front of him and takes it away now for the Hat-Tricks. Ojic bothered by Riley. Graham tried to lay a hit onto him. And now Ojic moves this one ahead, 2-on-2 as he gets the line. His shot, glove save made by Rutledge, and he will take another whistle. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of master barbers at Old School Barbershop, 1041 First Avenue in downtown Columbus. They'll be open on 10 a.m. Monday. Call for an appointment, 706-321-5930, or visit oldschoolbarbershop.com to book your appointment there. That's oldschoolbarber, SHOPPE.com. Face-off to the right of Rutledge is won by Columbus. Doe looks to get it out near side circle. Played it back dangerously into his own end. Oslynch is being bothered for this puck there by Kuznetsov, but he'll use his strength, keep possession, and now a pass to Petrantonio. Right wing, he's in over the line. To Doe, high slot, his shot and a blocker save made there by Wilson. And Austin Doe all alone in the slot. He doesn't miss too often.
No, he does not. Great save by Wilson there. This top line for Columbus is having a fantastic game.
Kuznetsov played it into the zone. Low stick, say the officials, as Petrantonio tries to play it from behind the net. Brett Jackson nearly took it away from him. Petrantonio's got it back on his stick and skates it up ice.
You can see the difference in the forecheck already right there. I mean, they had all three forwards were inside the zone for Danbury on the forecheck there.
Brasani over the red line, a dribbler over towards Wilson. He will glove it, get a whistle, and we get immediate timeout. 9:35 left to go here in the second. Dragons still in front, 3-1 on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
And maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
What is the name of that movie?
Fans, Fort Benning Harley-Davidson and the Columbus River Dragons have teamed up for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons hockey game this season. Simply text FBWIN to 55678 to be entered for a chance to shoot from center ice and win $50,000. For full rules and contest details, stop into Fort Benning Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit FortBenningHD.com. $50,000 could be yours this season, but only if you text to enter now. FBWIN to 55678. Good luck. Ruiz wins a defensive zone draw, and now he'll be skating ahead with it on a pass from Oliver. Ruiz, a blast. That one dribbles wide. Might have been blocked by Nolan. Ruiz still with it, sends it around the boards, and nobody there to cover the left point as it goes down ice, and Wilson slows it up at the bottom of the circles. 9:15 to go here in the second. 3-1 Dragons in front. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike Cosentino. Happy to have you along for the ride here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network tonight. Blue line to blue line for Grade. McDonald dumps it in. It's on net. Rutledge will stick it and cover it. And we'll get a whistle in the Columbus zone. 8:59 now left to go here in the middle frame.
Yeah, Danbury out shooting us 20-11 at this point. Definitely have to get back just putting the puck to the net if you're Columbus. You don't want that total to get too big because then psychologically it really starts to make you feel like you're being outplayed.
Face-off coming to the right of Rutledge. Riley and his unit out there taking the draw against Corey Anderson.
This line has had a really good game. Riley, Krupp, and MJ Graham.
Anderson wins that one clean, but he split the defense, and Steve Brown has to go all the way back in his own end to get it. MJ Graham trying to pin him along the boards. Brown, a nice pass to Atwell. Moving it ahead, Ojic catches it on the backhand. Now to Anderson, right circle. His shot, save made. Rutledge trapped that one right on the chest. And you can see how confident Danbury's starting to look in transition right there, Mike. A bad face-off win, if there is one, but going end to end of the ice very quickly.
Absolutely, yeah. They look way more refreshed, way more just smooth transitioning the puck up the ice than they did yesterday, and that's expected. You know, like I said, yesterday was their travel day and all that. So,
a face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. It'll be Corey Anderson up against Hunter Bersani. A shot from Ojic missed wide of the glove hand off the backboards, and Rutledge will cover it up there. 8:39 to go in the second, and the Dragons still in front, 3-1. Same place, different centerman. Petrantonio will come in for Bersani to take this one against Corey Anderson. And Corey Anderson is going to get waved out of it after the centers clash sticks. So here's Tobias Ojic against the captain. Ojic won it to the right point. Brown faked the shot down into the corner. Corey Anderson plays it to the middle through the legs of Ojic. Brown has to hold in at the center point. Now over to Atwell. His shot left point blocked by White. A second effort. White Duck finds the puck. And right wing circle, he can't find anything to shoot at. Anderson from underneath the goal line tries to shoot it towards net. And a penalty comes up here. Called from the back official. White Duck's down to a knee. And interference looks like going against Columbus. 8:20 to go in the second. And who are the linesmen pulling out of this pile?
Looks like Austin Doe.
They're all discussing, and the referees come all the way into the zone to point, and it's Ozelinch.
Yeah.
It's Ozelinch, not Doe. I was going to say, if it is Austin Doe, we've seen something of a rarity because Doe does not take many penalties.
No, he
I believe
does not.
he has all of 4 in his career as a River Dragon.
Yeah, that he was just pointing at him. But, no, yeah, this is big opportunity here for Danbury.
So Ozelinch, 2 minutes for interference, and here comes the second Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Oliver held in at the left point. Petrantonio got a stick on the pass and eventually found Ruiz. Now down underneath the goal line to Levesque. Across the crease, Anderson wasn't ready for it as it hopped over his twig. Right point, that one held in by McDonald. Weird hop off the corner, and that goes the River Dragons' way as White moves it up to Petrantonio. He's 2-on-2 with Doe. Doe over at the right circle. Petrantonio's shot blocked there by Oliver and shot out towards center ice. Vanelli has it. A little four corners with Ian White, and he'll slap it down the length with 30 seconds already gone.
Yeah, I think Oliver caught that one in the hand there. That might have injured him.
Oliver still finishing the shift out. Ruiz gets it back for him, and now over to the left wing side. McDonald's and over the line, 3-on-4. Looking to set it up. Left wing, dumps it off the wall to the right wing corner. Anderson. Now to Oliver. A shot deflected by Ruiz and just tipped high and wide. Nolan rims it around. It gets out past that left point and goes all the way down into the Danbury, and a minute left to go in the power play for Danbury. McDonald tries to chip around Dalton Anderson. He succeeds, dumps it in, and will head off for a change. Nolan first on it behind his own net. Sent off the kick plate weird, and Columbus finds it and sends it down. If you're a Danbury defenseman, you're really just guessing out there because when a puck goes around the boards, you don't know if it's going to hold or kick out in some way.
No, you really don't. You're just playing the waiting game, just trying to read and react to the play.
Aaron Atwell with this left wing side. 4-on-4 as he hits the line. Slows it up, left wing hash marks. A pass to the right point for Ojek. Now gets it over to the center point. Vinny Susi, good to see him back out onto the ice for Danbury after the collision he took in the first period. Susi, right point, gets it over to Atwell, left point. His shot deflect and score. I think it went off of Steve Brown, doesn't even realize it, but the team's going to huddle around him. And a power play goal for the Hat-Tricks. 3-2, Columbus still in front.
Yeah, just a good point shot by Atwell. Goes off of Steve Brown's skate and goes through the legs of Rutledge. Nothing Rutledge could have done on that at all. Really nothing any River Dragon could have done. That's just a good bounce for Danbury.
Steve Brown, normally a defenseman, but gets that net front presence on the power play. He's a big boy. He's tough to move, sets a big screen. And there, we believe it's his goal. Went in off of his leg past Rutledge. It's a 3-2 game.
Yeah, you'll see teams do that a lot. My team in college went to Newman University. They actually used to do that. We used to put our biggest, tallest defenseman in front of the net in the power play, and it sometimes works out.
Riley wins it back. Ozelinch tries to move that one ahead, goes through Krupp. He got a touch on it to negate icing. Wilson bobbling the puck from behind the net. He'll backhand it over, and Stephenson takes a hit. Levesque tries to move this one up and out. White from the red line can't play it back in. Stephenson moves it. Here's a chance for hat-tricks. Levesque shot from the right circle, and a save made by Rutledge, shrugging that one off. Now Daniluk tries to move it to the top of the circles. Ruiz kicks it to a stick in the corner. Ruiz to the middle. Levesque a shot, and that one got blocked. MJ Graham, right place, right time. Got his body in the way.
Great block by MJ Graham there.
Jay Krupp with some speed, left wing side. Gains the red line, shoots it in. It rims around the boards. MJ Graham cancels out a man. That's McDonald. Krupp in the corner. Pass to the high slot. Levesque, the only man there. And he'll skate it away for Danbury. 5:40 left to go here in the second. Right circle, Ruiz. His shot. Knocked away by Nolan. In the corner, Aslan able to work it there for Ruiz. He overskates the puck, and he's heading off for a change as it goes by him. Nolan dropping it back. Oh, that hit the boards awkwardly. I don't think Nolan had that angle right. I don't even think you can credit that to the boards. That was maybe just a bad angle pass, leaked out to the side of the net, and Rutledge was smart to it, covers it with the glove with 5:28 to go in the second. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification, Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Face-off coming to the left of Rutledge. And it's one towards the slot. Doe first on it there. Clears to the corner. Kuznetsov shot high over the bar on an acute angle. Atwell will dump this one in. Delayed offsides against the Hat-Tricks. They'll touch up. And now Columbus has it in the near corner with Grade. Rimmed around. Petrantonio trying to pick it off the wall. Chips it ahead. Here's Bersani right wing. Bersani, nice counter check thrown on to Jackson. Side of the net slowed up there by Wilson. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second. Dragons in front, 3-2. Hat-Tricks more than doubling up Columbus in shots right now, though. There's another one let go from Kuznetsov and a blocker save made there by Rutledge.
Yeah, on that most previous forecheck for Danbury, 2-1-2, very aggressive.
Oh, nice move there from White Duck going forehand to backhand. Couldn't get around his man and collect the puck. Shot from the right point. Stephenson let it go, and a save made by Rutledge with the rebound trickling to the near circle. Kuznetsov holds it in. White Duck trying to move it deeper into the zone. One touch by the Dragons. Can't feed up to Petrantonio at the top, and he'll head off for a change as Danbury dumps this one in. Fanelli steers it clear of one man. Doe gets it ahead to Bersani. Bersani stick lifted there by Anderson. And now Bersani lays a check there onto French just as White Duck piles a hit there into Vanelli. And everybody's starting to bang the body. We saw that a lot in the first period, Mike.
Yes, we did. And you can tell the difference just statistically from how aggressive Danbury is being. It's making a big difference in the shot total for them.
Icing is the call against Danbury. Let's take 30 seconds and come back after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices. that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 3, Hat-Tricks 2. 4:10 left to go here in the second. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike Cosentino. Mike, while the River Dragons have a lead, the Hat-Tricks, they've come to play in this second period. They've got the only goal at the 13:25 mark, and right now out shooting Columbus 27-12 in this game.
Yeah, that's over double the shots for Danbury, and we got 3 goals in the first period, but since then we really haven't had much going.
By the way, that goal for the Hat-Tricks was Steve Brown's goal. Brown, the Spring Lake, North Carolina native, his second of the year, with assists to Atwell and Susie on the power play. So the Dragons are 1 for 2 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight. 4:04 now left to go in the second. There was a quick draw on a face-off now again coming up to Wilson's left.
See Justin Schmidt on the ice. I believe he's looking for a fight, but I don't know if we'll get a dance partner.
Underwood wins this draw clean to the right point. Grade lets one go, inadvertently blocked by the centers, and Anderson kicks it out to neutral ice. White for Anderson, right onto his tape. He's in over the line, right wing. Anderson stops it up, lets everybody go by him. Down into the corner it goes. Schmidt lays a check there onto Corey Anderson. He holds him up along the wall. Corey Anderson not biting. Here's Ojic with it right wing side. He'll dump that one in. Sent around the boards. Dalton Anderson with it here. Takes a check from Daniluk. And now Kirk Underwood using the boards, trying to get around a man. He succeeds. Underwood with it. 2-on-2 with Schmidt trying to drive the net. Underwood's shot sticked away. And that one goes over the glass and just past the lip of the netting. And that'll go to a fan in one of those corner sections over there. 3:28 to go in the second. Still 3-2 Columbus.
Yeah, great shift by Kirk Underwood there. He comes in, he gets the puck out of the zone, plays defensive hockey first, and then he gets a shot on goal, gets his team an offensive zone face-off.
Face-off to the left of Wilson. Ruiz to take this one against Riley. Riley down to a knee, won it. However, anticipation, Daniluk knew where to go, and he plays it over to Levesque, right wing side. 2-on-2 as they hit the line. Levesque pass across. Daniluk was tied up with a defenseman. Along the half wall, Levesque in the corner, lets it go by him to Ruiz near side. Ruiz back behind the net for Levesque. Nolan on his back. Levesque spins it to that far board. Daniluk gets checked there, falls to the far circle, picked up by Vanelli, and it gets flipped out towards center. Daniluk into the zone, just with Ruiz, 2-on-2. Daniluk's shot, left circle, blockered away by Rutledge. Now over to the near side. Nolan drops this one back. Levesque able to intercept it. Pass to the middle. Ruiz, his shot. And that one flipped up on him at the last second. Well high over the bar. Atwell left point. He lets one go. Oh, that's a block by Riley. That's not in a good area. He's down, but he picks himself back up very slowly. Atwell, he gets checked there behind the net. Levesque with it. Now to Atwell, left wing corner. That nauseous feeling probably starting to come up as Riley tries to get it to him. Ruiz with a chance, getting away from Riley, and that one blocked away.
Yeah, that looked like it hit Riley right in the stomach, midsection area where there's not much padding at all.
Graham holds up a man along the blue line, and this one dumped down on net. Rutledge has to play it there. Flying in for a hit there is Adamo Aslan. And now it's sent cross ice by Krupp into the Danbury end for Stephenson. 2-minute warning here in the second. Dragons lead it by 1. Kuznetsov 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Left circle, taking it to the backhand, trying to bring it out in front. Aslan overskated it, but we get a whistle and a slashing penalty called here against Columbus. With 1:53 remaining in the second, looks like Adam Vanelli the guilty party.
Yeah, it's a good play by Kuznetsov. He had some open ice. I kind of saw the play developing. Uses his speed. Gets to the outside, draws a penalty.
This will be the third Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Hat-Tricks just cashed in on their last power play when Steve Brown parked himself in front of the net, had one go off of his shin and in. Atwell and Susie had picked up the assist. That unit is not out there to start for head coach McIsaac and the Hat-Tricks.
Now they're going with the more skilled first unit.
It'll be Anderson to take this draw against Petrantonio. Petro wins it. Ozelinch emerges with it. He's looking over it. Now he takes his time, gains the red line, shoots that one in. Glove save made by Wilson, and he'll dish that one over to Oliver.
Really smart play by Wilson there not to take face-off in his own end. If you don't need to take a face-off in your own end, especially on the power play, you don't do it.
Look out, turned over here. Petrantonio found it. Up ahead here for Doe, who's on sides. Doe right circle, trying to get around Oliver. He does a good job holding him wide. White right circle, he lets a shot go. Sticked away by Wilson, goes off glass and into the netting and out of play. 1:22 left to go in the second. 1:29 in Vanelli's minor. So as long as the River Dragons keep it clean for the rest of the period, they'll have 7 seconds left to kill when they start up the third.
I think that fan in that corner down there has collected about 7 or 8 pucks by the time this game's
so
over.
So that one got out too then.
Yeah.
Looked like it went glass and netting, but that netting might have to extend it a little more. 2 of them just missed the edge. What a shot from the top of the right wing circle, and that one went high over the bar, held in by the glass behind Wilson. Vinny Susi skates this one out. Here's the unit that struck for the hat-tricks on the power play. Well, across for Kuznetsov, right circle. His shot blockered away by Rutledge. Ojic in the corner, sending this one around. Kuznetsov with it, right wing circle. A minute left to go here in the second period. Atwell, left wing circle to the center point. Susi a shot. Too much traffic in front as that one is blocked. Underwood looked to get the worst of that one though. Atwell being watched by Underwood. Now White takes him underneath the goal line. Brown punches that one out of the air. Touched by a River Dragon, so no hand pass. Atwell to the right point for Susi. Susi gives it to Kuznetsov, skates it to the dot. Right wing circle, back up to the top for Susi. D to D, caught on the backhand by Ojic. He'll flip it into the corner. White reads it, and he'll dump it down the length of the ice on net for Wilson to slow up with 25 seconds left in the period and 30 seconds remaining in the Vanelli minor. Susi from behind his own net. One more rush in this period perhaps for the hat-tricks. Ruiz drops it back for Levesque, kicks it to his stick. Riley gives him a chop from behind the net. Ruiz tied up here with Grade. Levesque picks it out of their feet. Flipped up, out of play, off of a stick on a deflection. And with 4.7 left to go in the second, we get another whistle. And 11 seconds remain in Vanelli's minor.
Great penalty kill by Columbus there. Just kept everything to the outside. Didn't give Dan much. Very important face-off here, though.
I thought for a second that Wilson had left to the bench to make it 6-on-4 on this draw, but he was just taking a lap in his own end, and Daniluk realized it too. He heads off. One there. Oliver a chance from the left point. That one rolls towards net. Rutledge sticks it to the corner, and that'll do it for the middle frame of play. Just the one goal to speak of. It is Danbury's on the power play. Columbus still in front 3-2, but a much different feeling heading into that locker room if you're the Dragons, Mike.
Yes, absolutely. I think Jared Rutledge just lost his steal on his right skate, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, no, not a great period for Columbus, but they survived it. They still have a lead. Just got to come out and play like they did in the first and the third.
Teams are heading off the ice. Rutledge, yeah, you're right, is looking at something, either right pad or right skate. And it might be skate the way he's digging it into the ice. So they'll get him off eventually. We will get ourselves squared away for the McDonald's Second Intermission Report, which starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey, cheesy, crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
Think fast. In the short time it takes to listen to this message, a small flame can turn into a big fire. Several minutes more, and thick, poisonous smoke may have filled your lungs and reduced your ability to respond. Give it 5, and your entire home may be filled with flames.
Keep breathing. We got you.
Don't let your world go up in smoke. Have working smoke alarms and keep children 3 feet away from anything that gets hot. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov because fire is everyone's fight.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center as Chuck-a-Puck has just started down at ice level. 3-2, Dragons in front, but the hat-tricks nearly doubling up Columbus in shots through 40 minutes of play. 29-15 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Heckler & Koch, no compromise. That is a total of 20-7 in that second period. And as we welcome back in Mike Cosentino into the broadcast, Mike, that's not a recipe for success, nearly being tripled up in a period in shots and given up a shot per minute as the hat-tricks found in that one.
No, not at all, and I can guarantee you that Coach Jerome in the locker room right now is definitely echoing what you just said. I mean, that's just not a recipe for success. And it's not necessarily so much about the shots as the quality of shots. You know, in the first period, I think we only had 10, 11 shots, if that, maybe even less. But we had a lot of really good scoring chances, and that's what led to the goal. So you don't have to get a ton of shots, but you have to have a ton of zone time and a ton of really good pressure to be able to get those scoring chances.
Hat-tricks had the only goal in the period, 13:25 mark of the second. It was Steve Brown, Spring Lake, North Carolina native, his second of the year. Came on the power play, just went off the leg and in. Aaron Atwell supplied the initial shot, and Vinny Susi also playing back defensively in that power play unit. The Pittsburgh PA native has his 8th assist on the year, helping out on that one. Now, let me ask you this, Mike, because, you know, we talk about so much the cliche, 2-goal lead, worst lead in hockey. Last night, River Dragons took a 2-goal lead in the third period. Do you think here, because the hat-tricks have scored and it's only a 1-goal game, that ups the intensity, ups that focus factor, if you will, for the Dragons in the room?
100% it does, yeah, because a 1-goal game now, you know that you can't mess around if you're Columbus. Yesterday, I think what happened was we kind of went in with, we have a 2-goal lead with that type of mindset, and unfortunately it came back to bite us. This 1-goal lead, I think you will see a very, very tight third period, at least to start out.
What did you see in the contrast between the two periods as well? Because in that first period of play, we saw a lot of hitting. The physicality was up. It was through the roof. And the Dragons were really able to get in on the forecheck, create some turnovers, and that's how we saw a couple of the goals get scored. In that second period, it seemed like the game, I don't want to say mellowed out, but the physicality, I think, took a step down in that middle frame, don't you?
100%, yeah. We were very physical in the first period, and that's what led to a lot of our success, especially in the offensive zone. And I think, once again, you know, we got a bit of a lead going into the second period, then we kind of took our foot off the gas pedal. So hopefully we make that adjustment and come out and have a better third.
Dragons 3, hat-tricks 2 through 40 minutes of play. There's one carryover penalty, 7 seconds left on Adam Vanelli's slashing penalty, as the River Dragons are in the middle of their third Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night, 1 for 2 previous. They are 0 for 3 on the Georgia power play as well. Let's take a break. When we come back, we have a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In, up next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At the Country Inn & Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Stay up to date with everything Columbus River Dragons by following the team on social media. Stay in the know with all the team news on Facebook and Instagram. Get live in-game updates via Twitter. And of course, catch every game on the YouTube page. Following is easy. Search at @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's never been easier to stay in the loop with your favorite hockey team, so what's stopping you? Drop us a fun comment or send us a message and we may just feature you on the feeds. That's C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 3, Hat-Tricks 2 through 40 minutes of play. Check-a-puck being cleaned up down there at ice level. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike Cosentino. River Dragons in front. Time to take a look at what's going on in the rest of the league with a look around the FPHL. Brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Port Huron Prowlers and Delaware Thunder, they're having themselves a very entertaining series, and it's coming down to the wire once again. 4 minutes left to go in the third. We got a tie hockey game, 3-3. Thunder took the lead in the third period on goals from Alex Susi and Ryan Marker, but at the 14:22 mark, Alex Johnson finds the back of the net for the second time this game, and we could be destined for overtime in the Thunderdome. Delaware out shooting Port Huron 49-40, so the offenses have been flowing. And again, 3:45 left to go here in the third. 3-3 our score. This game important for Binghamton, remember. If it goes to overtime, that means Delaware does drop at least 1 point. With Binghamton's magic number at 1, that would clinch a spot for the Black Bears in the playoffs.
Yes, and I will say Delaware is not the same team that they were at the beginning of the season. They've made a lot of really good additions. They got Danny Cangelosi, who's a friend of mine, back. They added Joe Debony, who's a good player from the SPHL. So they're definitely going to be a competitive team for the rest of the season.
On the other side of that coin, let's see how the Black Bears are doing. They are halfway through the third period in their home series with the Watertown Wolves. This is the only leg that's at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. And the Black Bears still holding on to a 3-2 lead. Justin McDonald tallied one at the end of the second period to bring Watertown back within 1. Wolves out shooting the Black Bears 38-24, yet it is Binghamton who is still in front. We've also got a pretty lengthy penalty summary in this game. Ryan Devine was giving a slashing penalty along with a game ejection. We'll assume game misconduct out of that. Now hold on, how do you have a game ejection at 2:01 and then later in the third, unless that's just the wrong timestamp, because 2:01 to 17:59, that adds up for the minutes. So somebody entered that in wrong, but Ryan Devine, slash, inciting an opponent, and a game ejection. So 2:10 in a game, all in the same point. It must be a full moon or something out tonight, because we're seeing all sorts of crazy things. That in the Watertown game, that I don't know if you caught this, Mike, but in the Port Huron Delaware game, if we can swing back to that, what's the earliest ejection you've seen in a game misconduct or otherwise?
I'd say something maybe in the end of the first period,
well,
maybe.
This one, 1:37 into the first, saw Brennan Young and Noah Wild get into a scrap, and then they picked up game misconducts after it, too.
Really?
So not just your 5 minutes in for fighting. There must have been something extra happening. Usually you'd think at that point maybe it's continuing the altercation past the linesman. Maybe they were fighting in the penalty box, too. I have no idea. We've both been to Delaware, though, and if they're fighting in those penalty boxes, that's tight quarters.
It is very tight quarters. And you know what? Noah Wild, he's a really good kid. I don't know what he's doing getting ejected. He was over my house for Christmas this year. He's a good family man.
Oh, on that note, too, when we swung back to this game, the Prowlers took a lead. 1:50 now to go in the third. Dalton J, a shorthanded goal. Oh, the Dalton J special might steal all 3 points for the Prowlers tonight. We'll check back on that later on in the intermission. Of course, here in Columbus, 3-2, the Dragons are in front of the Hat-Tricks. At your look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. Quickly a look at the SPHL and the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Fayetteville, 4-1 winners over Macon. That one has just gone final. Knoxville is up 2-0 over the Birmingham Bulls. 13.5 to go in the second period there. Also in the second, 7.5 to go. Huntsville, a big lead in Vermilion County. 4-0 havoc over the Bobcats. And the Quad City, they're up 1-0 at home over the Evansville Thunderbolts. 18:21 to go in the second. Pensacola, Peoria, and Roanoke are all off. We promised you a look into the Fayetteville-Macon game, and when we looked in, we actually didn't find hardly anybody. Donald Oliveri, one-time River Dragon, had an assist on one of Taylor Best's goals. Taylor Best had a hat trick in this game for Fayetteville, and then there was an empty netter from Zach Remmers to get to that 4-1 scoreline. Devin Brink, the only goal for Macon. That was in the first period of play. That's your look around on the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, we'll bring it on camera and talk about what's coming up next with the Houston Clinic third period next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit rdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center on the McDonald's second intermission report. 4-4-48 deal here from the Chattahoochee Valley Area McDonald's and the Peasold Family Management Group. Tonight's one of those days. There's only one more left for you to get a great deal. 4 tickets, 4 hats, and 4 coupons for a combo meal, good breakfast, lunch, or dinner at any of our local Chattahoochee Valley Area McDonald's. All for the low price, $48 plus tax. Only one more game left to use it. Visit rdragons.com/MCD deal, MCD-deal, for more details on that deal. Welcome back in here to the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike Cosentino. Mike, that second period of play wasn't the River Dragons' best, obviously, nearly being tripled up in shots. Hat-tricks got themselves back within one with the power play goal from Steve Brown. But as we kind of talked about, it's probably better be down by one. Lights a fire under you more ahead of this third period. You don't want to see the collapse like you saw on Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, at a principle, you never really want to let in more goals as a team, but I think you'll see a much tighter start to the third period considering we're only down by one as being down by 2 like we were yesterday.
What did you assess was different in between those two periods? Because I remarked on the physicality, but really it just seemed like Danbury found something down on the ice, because you don't go from 9 shots in a period to 20 shots in a period just by fixing one thing. A couple of things had to have been happening, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were just playing a lot less physical, number one, and number two, I think we weren't playing simple. We were playing very simple in the first period, getting those pucks deep, getting in on the forecheck, getting pucks to the net, and then I think in the second period, much like yesterday, I think we kind of tried to get a little too fancy and a little too individual. So just got to get back to that team hockey in the third.
The start, obviously huge for the Dragons, but as you've said a couple of times, the psychological impact of seeing that deficit on the shot counter, even if they're not the best shots, maybe just sending some rubber at Brian Wilson, does that help you out a little bit?
Yes, I mean, you obviously want to try and set up goals and set up good scoring chances, but we have a lead right now, so we're not in a position where we need to really take that many big chances. So, yeah, I agree. I think get the puck over the blue line, get it deep, get pucks on Brian Wilson, try and kind of even that shot total out a little bit.
Also, one more thing we have noticed, Chase Carter, who went down with an injury in the first period, did not play at all in that second period. We've not been given official word, but our best guess, probably not returning if you've missed a whole period at that point. Only 5 defensemen for Jerome Bichard. How does that shuffle up into the late stages, not having 3 solid pairs and having to rotate some guys?
That makes it very difficult, especially going into the later points of the third when guys start to get tired. But we have some good defensemen back there, Ian White being one of them, so I think we'll be fine.
All right, Zamboni's making its final pass down at ice level. With that, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we get ourselves ready for the call of the Houston Clinic third period. Up next, I'm Zach, he's Mike, and this is the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so if you have a fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going in. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center. Zamboni took an extra lap just to make sure everything was good. So we are just now getting our net set, but we can see both teams in the tunnels, and they are just about ready to jump out onto the ice for this third period of play. As we try and get the Zamboni off, it's, I guess, going to do another lap, or it's going to reverse back around. Not entirely sure. We'll get it off here sooner rather than later. And while as we say goodbye to the Zamboni, we can say goodbye to auto repair bills. We all know your auto manufacturer's warranty only goes so far. So what happens when your warranty expires? When your engine or transmission fails? Who pays for that? You do, unless you have Olive Mechanical Breakdown coverage. Pushy salespeople and robocalls are the worst, but not with Olive.com. Olive Mechanical Breakdown coverage says goodbye to those unwanted robocalls and those pesky sales jerks. Covering 10 model years and newer and cars up to 140,000 in mileage, BBB A+ rated, here to save you money. Olive.com, the online leader in auto mechanical breakdown coverage. Well, we did another half lap. Just really making sure different patches of the ice are good, which now that the Zamboni gets off and the teams will immediately get on, there will be a bit of a delay on top of that just to get the ice to solidify with a lot of shiny bits where the Zamboni just was. Our referees are out on the ice, and that lets you know, well, you know that, we should say, by the crowd letting them hear it with a cascade of boos. 3-2, Dragons in front. Vanelli will have 7 seconds left to serve on a slashing penalty picked up at the end of that period. So it'll be 5-on-4 for Danbury from center ice. And when the hat tricks come out, they'll be led out by Brian Wilson, dressed in their road white jerseys with the rabbit head logo on the chest, black helmets, black numbers, orange trim, and a black and orange striped belt on the uniform. Over to our left will be Jared Rutledge. When the River Dragons come out, they'll be dressed in the blackout uniforms, black helmets, black jerseys with a gray C logo on the chest, gray numbers and teal trim. Left to right across the radio dial with Rutledge, 27 saves on 29 shots for him. Wilson, 12 saves on 15 shots. Those louder boos let you know Danbury's out on the ice first, and here comes Columbus. And here's Mike Cosentino back up now with us.
Yes, sir. I really think that the start to this period is going to be important as the horn goes off, but I think the start to this period is going to be really important for Columbus. You do not want to drop 2 games in a row where you had the lead going into the third period. That's going to make it really tough to win tomorrow. So if I'm Columbus here, you got to come out tight and find a way to win this one.
Do bring out the bucket with a shovel. I think they're patching something near the penalty box doors. That might have been why the Zamboni was laying down some extra water and doing another half lap or so, just taking care of 1 or 2 trouble spots. Of course, it's near the edge of the ice where the boards are because, I mean, really, that's been the focus, I think, for a lot of players tonight is all the odd bounces we've seen. Most of them have been kick plate level, but we've seen 1 or 2 off the glass and off the stanchion, too. I mean, it's a pinball table out there if you're either of these teams.
Absolutely, and you have to remember, too, for the people at home who don't know, you know, there's a soccer team and the arena football team that play in this stadium, and there's concerts that go on. So there's a lot of changing of surfaces in here, which I think leads to some of that inconsistency.
It's a multi-purpose building for sure, growing definitely. And looks like it got that patched up, and the ice crew is going to be heading off here in just a minute, and we can get ourselves ready to start this third period of play. Again, 7 seconds remain on Adam Vanelli's penalty as he picked up a slashing call late, barring anything crazy off the face-off and a rush. If the Dragons kill off those 7 seconds, they'll be 2 for 3 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight. We've got Josh Petrantonio and Aaron Atwell just outside the crease, referee's crease, I should say, overlooking that ice patch as it's finishing being worked on.
Now, you have a defenseman coming out of the box here in Adam Vanelli, so if I'm not mistaken, I think you might see Coach put 3 forwards and 1 defenseman out here. Knowing that the penalty ends in 7 seconds, you could just have Vanelli hop out there, and then you got your 2 and your 3 going.
They vacate that area where the ice was being worked on, and out on the ice level, you are right, Mike. It is Bersani, Petrantonio, and Doe. Ian White, pretty good man to have as a lone defenseman out there for Jerome Bichard.
I think he'll do a fine job.
All he's going to do is 7 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Ruiz and Bersani on the draw. We are underway now here in the Houston Clinic third period. One by Bersani, dumped down. There's that corner, deflected out. Bersani waits on the backhand, and Wilson cut down the angle well. Vanelli's out of the box. 2 for 3 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. It's a pretty good way for those 7 seconds to go, huh, Mike?
100%. I saw Petrantonio and Ian White talking before that faceoff. I guarantee you that was a set play.
White from his own blue line played that off of Bersani's skates. He has to track back and give it to Vanelli as he's taken some pressure from the Hat-Tricks, who have made an early change here in the third. White to Vanelli off of his stick. Oh, Anderson, a pass too hot to handle for Daniluk in front. He tries to center it back, and it's cleared off of a Columbus stick. Left point held in by Atwell, though, as he took a check. Atwell to the middle. That one goes through Daniluk's legs, also through Petrantonio's as well. Shot from the half wall, deflected by Anderson right onto the right pad of Rutledge.
Atwell has to be one of the best defensemen in the league at keeping the puck in the zone at the point.
On the near side circle, White tried to feed it ahead for Petrantonio, and he ran into White Duck, 2 guys with their heads down, and Petrantonio just about went on a piggyback ride. Anderson fired a shot from the left circle, and Rutledge gloved that one away.
Off those boards again, popped right out to him.
The crowd oohed and awed on that Petrantonio collision, but to be honest with you, it was more dangerous than it looked because obviously it looks kind of silly, but you never expect really to have that situation happen right there.
No, not at all, and you definitely don't want anything bad to happen to Petrantonio.
He's looking a little winded over there on the bench, but he's skated off under his own power, and he seems to be okay as he heads off for the line change. And Danbury wins an offensive zone draw, but it was out of the zone, dumped back in, and now Columbus has it behind their own net with Grade.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Fought through a little bit of a hook there, and yes, there is the call from the back official as Grade was coming out from behind his own net, hooked on the hands, and actually stalled him up till he fell to a knee and caught by the official in the neutral zone, and Tobias Ojic will return to the penalty box for the second time tonight. 18:36 to go in the third. Here's a big opportunity for the Dragons to get some momentum back in their favor. 0 for 3 so far tonight, though, on the Georgia power play.
Yeah, huge opportunity here for Columbus. That's a really, I hate to say it, but that's a really bad penalty by Ojic. I mean, guy's skating out, defenseman, he hasn't even left his own zone, and you hook him down. That's one that the coach probably isn't too happy about.
Ruiz won it, Atwell dumped it, and Rutledge will slow it here for Nolan. Grade has it behind the nets. River Dragons left to right across the radio dial. Georgia power play starts up now with this first rush. Passes behind Riley. Oh, Daniluk almost had it, couldn't settle a bouncing puck. Got it back to his defense. Atwell with some speed ahead. He's got Ruiz on the far right wing. Atwell shot left circle, gloved away by Rutledge. 18:07 to go in the third, and his power play seems to be doing less for the Dragons than they would like.
Yeah, like I talked about earlier in the game, sometimes a penalty kill can give you just as much momentum as a power play. So you definitely, even if you don't score here, if you're Columbus, you want to get some good chances. You want to get some pressure. You want to get some momentum. You don't want to have them just kill the penalty off and then they gain momentum from your power play.
Oh, Anderson, a shot right off the face-off. Had to be sticked away by Rutledge and goes into the netting and out of play. Hey, that is a interesting try for the Danbury centerman, and it nearly paid off.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Now Bersani will bull rush this one and win it back for Vanelli. Ian White will have behind his own net. White skates this one through the neutral zone. A pass right wing goes through Petrantonio's stick, goes through Atwell as well, and it'll be gloved there by Wilson with pressure incoming. 17:51 to go in third. And Mike, I got to get into the goalie's head for a minute here, because down in the other end, about a couple of whistles ago, we saw Bailey McBurney emerge from the tunnel. What was McBurney doing down in the locker room? Any idea?
I honestly have no idea. I saw that and I thought the same thing. Maybe something equipment related. I couldn't tell you.
Not sure, but glad to see the backup goaltender tonight back on the bench.
For sure.
Unless we had to go get you down there.
That could happen too.
Bersani in the corner to Petrantonio at the half wall. Now Vanelli, his shot.
There
that
it
one
is.
blocked. Oh, it popped up into the air and falls free on the near circle. Doe to White. He shoots. Bersani takes a check as he was trying to set a screen. Crowd didn't like it, and Brown is able to dump that one down off of the save.
A couple of really good chances there, just a couple bad bounces for Columbus.
Austin Doe with it, high slap, trying to feed it to Bersani. Deflection missed. Side of the net, he's still with it. Takes it behind the net. Checked by Atwell, moves it to the left point. Vanelli shoots. Bad save made there by Wilson. Levesque trying to get it out. White was pinching on the play. Levesque evaded him and shoots it down ice. 30 seconds remaining in the Georgia power play.
Yeah, even though no goals or no execution there by Columbus, that's a really good bit of pressure there to gain some momentum.
Vanelli through the middle, a pass to the left wing side for Graham. Ruiz takes it off of his stick, and he met some resistance at the left point, lost the puck, and now Columbus trying to come into the zone one more time here with 10 seconds remaining and a man advantage. Troop drops it back for Grade. At the red line, Graham slips a hit, but it goes through his stick. He got a touch, no icing. Wilson slowed it up there. Oliver caught an ugly rut in the ice. And now right circle, a chance for Riley, but it goes past his stick and out of the box. Hat-tricks are back to full strength. Kuznetsov to Ojic. He's fresh from the penalty box, and that one just wide of the glove hand on the backhand. Here's Krupp. Flicks that one up into the air, bounces in front of Wilson, and then goes to the left wing corner. Oliver rims it behind the net. Krupp on it there first. Sent around the boards. Nobody there at the left point. And Nolan has to chase this one all the way back into his own end.
Yeah, nothing really doing there for Columbus on that offensive attempt. But here's that MJ Graham line.
Graham gets this over to Dalton Anderson, left wing corner. Anderson is bothered by Stephenson. Vinny Susi trying to pick it out of feet. Now Underwood tries to come in and help out. 2-on-2 over the right shoulder of Wilson. Underwood on that far circle, picked out by Ozelinch to Armstrong. A backhand goes wide of the far post. Ozelinch at the left point can't hold in as Jackson gets there first. White tracks back all the way to his own blue line.
Levi Armstrong having a really good game with the amount of ice time that he's gotten.
Underwood from the right wing circle plays it into the corner. Off that kick plate again, back to himself. White, right point. His shot deflected, goes up high into the netting and out of play. 15:21 to go here in the third. And man, I can't count the amount of times we've looked, and whether it's been noticed by the fans or not, the bounces that are happening, especially in that corner that is the Dragons' right wing side in this period. It's just, it's insane. It's literally, you have no idea where it's going right now.
I've never seen anything like it, especially at this level.
Ruiz wins the draw clean. Atwell rims around for Brown. Levesque takes a check on the half wall, and Petrantonio ties him up. Bersani trying to go bottom of the circles. Atwell got in the way of it. He'll send it down ice. Icing could be on here. No, they say Ozelinch touched it. Rutledge rimming it around. It got away from Ruiz, trying to hold in right point. Now here's Bersani. He drops it back for Petrantonio. Petrantonio left circle with it. Pass across to Doe. And that sauce pass didn't land for him just right. Daniluk was able to knock it away. Bersani, big check, laid there onto him as it's dumped down ice.
Big missed call there at center ice. Bersani was interfered with. He didn't even have the puck, and he got blown up. That should have been a power play for Columbus.
Petrantonio gets it into the zone. Doe trying to chase after it behind the net, but he's out of gas on the end of his shift. Here's Anderson trying to move it into the zone for Danbury. Grade stands up at the blue line, able to get it onto his stick. Bersani, he's also near the end of his shift. He gets tied up. Danbury comes back in with it. White Duck, a shot. Save made Rutledge, and he'll hold on to it for the rebound as we get a whistle and immediate timeout. 14:21 to go here in the third. Dragons in front 3-2 on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
14:21 left to go here in the third. Dragons lead it 3-2. Hat-tricks had the last goal in this game that came back in the second period. Columbus holding on to this one-goal lead right now, and they have a defensive zone draw to deal with. Coming up to Rutledge's right. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike Cosentino. It's going to be down to the wire once again, it looks like, Mike.
Absolutely. Battle of the third lines here. Both of them out here. Very pinnacle point of this game.
Corey Anderson, Jack Riley on this draw. Riley wins it clean into the corner. Sent around there by Vanelli. And now it's picked up here by MJ Graham. Graham trying to feed Krupp on a cross ice. Just got too far out in front of him. Krupp first on it, though, in the corner. Checked by Oliver. Riley came in to help out. Ended up overskating the puck. Here comes Tobias Ojic. Ojic with some speed. Oh, he ran into Corey Anderson at his own at the Columbus blue line. Now here's Krupp. Chips this one in left wing corner. Oliver with it. Graham, big hit onto him. Oliver still has it between his skates. Now to the left wing circle. Riley a shot. And that one just high over the bar. Anderson slips one man, moves it to the neutral zone. He's got 3-on-2 as he hits the line. He'll shoot, and a blocker save made by Rutledge. Ojic kicks it down into the corner. Hits Aslan with the puck. Now moved to the slot. Graham read it, ramped his stick up, so it goes out to the neutral zone, and Vinny Susi will have it at his own blue. Down the left wing side, here's Jackson, in over the line, being watched by White. Jackson spins it back off the wall. The pass finds Susi. Vinny Susi, a shot, was looking for a tip, goes behind the net. Kuznetsov with it on the forehand. Left wing circle, now spins it back, trying to dodge a check of Underwood. He shoots. Blocker save, still on the glass. Oh, it hit the netting as that was about to pop out in a dangerous area. Fell at the side of the net, rolling towards the slot. But the referee saw it, hit the netting, and go out of play, thankfully for Columbus. 13-11 left to go here in the third.
Definitely thankfully for Columbus there, because we had a very tired unit out there that was out there for over a minute and a half.
Face-off coming to the right of Rutledge. Won by Columbus. Nolan takes it behind his own net as Underwood tied up with the opposite centerman. Played up to Armstrong, trying to kick it to his stick. Come in on sides. He succeeded around Stephenson. Now a turnover. Underwood finds it. High slot looking for a pass, and nobody was there. Armstrong up the wall to the left point. Nolan, D to D, center point. White, a shot. Rebound loose. Underwood, what a pad save. And the rebound went across, and Jackson might have saved a goal right there.
He did save a goal. It was number 18. Jackson got his leg on it.
White with it at the right point. Sends this one around. Armstrong first down in the corner. Stephenson's on his back. Nolan helping out. Plays it through the scrum, and Brett Jackson with it far side. He was just hunched in along that goal line. Now White shoots. And that one went off the stick of Susi up into the netting and out of play. 12:28 to go in the third. And now we're starting to see some grade A scoring chances for the Dragons now.
Absolutely. Great save there by Wilson on Kirk Underwood with his left pad. And I think it was Underwood who got his own rebound, and Jackson was just right in front, was able to get a leg on it and literally save a goal and probably the game for his team.
12:28 to go here in the third. Face-off coming to the left of Wilson. Hat-tricks win it. Atwell tried to rim it around. One went off Levesque. Petrantonio nearly secured the turnover. Daniluk tied up with Grade, who's pitching on the play. Daniluk flips this one high into the air. Osland was looking for it down ice. Now he comes up this way, and we get the icing call. And, I just saw a referee point here. But I think that was just to illustrate icing. Yes, it will. An offensive zone draw coming up for Columbus. 12-12 to go in the third.
Yeah, first line out here. I believe against their... Oh, it's Danbury's first line as well. Battle of the first lines here.
Face off to the left of Wilson. Petrantonio wins it. Grade right point. His shot. Good block in front by Ruiz. Petrantonio goes after it. Left wing circle. Backhands it into the corner. Bersani lets it go by him. Doe on the cycle, working it back to Bersani. Left wing hash marks. He'll shoot one. Well wide. He was looking for a tip through the slot. Doe canceled out there by Daniluk. And Atwell gets it out to center. Grade quickly flips it back in, and the River Dragons touch up.
Danbury's starting to hang some guys high. They're going to have to start taking some chances.
Brown across for Atwell. Daniluk chips this into the zone. Levesque first on it. White tries to cancel him out. And in the corner they go. Levesque knocked down by White. And we get a whistle as it would appear that puck is underneath Levesque. So we will get a whistle coming up to the left of Rutledge.
I think something happened with the boards there, maybe?
I'm not sure. I thought that puck was free underneath Levesque.
So did I, yeah.
I guess not.
I think they just got scared of the corner and they said, let's just stop this before anything bounces and out of the way. We don't need it to bounce.
The way corners have been in this game, Mike, I can't necessarily blame them.
I agree.
11:33 to go here in the third. Face off to the left of Rutledge. Ojic fires, blocked by Vanelli. Rebound chance, Anderson. White duck a backhand, and a great save made by Rutledge through traffic. Vanelli takes a hit as he tries to send it out. Oliver chops at it, holds in left point. White duck fires, good block, Vanelli. Anderson over on the half wall, rims it down underneath the net. Ojic a chance in front, and Riley got to it before White duck. Held in right point by Oliver. Behind the net it goes. Ojic chops at it there, and Vanelli, he has trouble with it. White duck gives it back to Ojic. Left wing corner to the top for McDonald. Oh, he mishandled it, and that one goes out of the zone. Danbury has to retreat and will start up a change. Now here's Corey Anderson with some space. Right circle. His shot blockered away. Ojic finds the rebound. Left wing hash. Ojic with it in the corner. Behind the net for Anderson. Tried to come out in front with it off the side of the net, and it's inside Rutledge somewhere as we get a whistle with 10:48 to go in the third.
Danbury's starting to get some good sustained pressure here in the offensive zone, so if you're Columbus, you got to find a way to kind of turn the tides.
Dragons still in front 3-2. Hat-tricks still out shooting the Dragons, though, 36-20 right now. Rutledge has been the more tested netminder, 34 saves so far tonight. One by Danbury. Jackson to the center point. A shot from French is blocked and goes wide. Nolan in the left wing corner, chopping at Aslan, trying to keep him at bay. Good box out, and Armstrong puts it out towards center. French with a chop there at Armstrong, very close to interference, allowed his man to get it back. Now Anderson secured a turnover as Stephenson had a bad pass, and then Stephenson made up for it with the block. Nolan has this all the way back in his own end. Aslan watching after him. Nolan up the left wing. He'll shoot it on net. Wilson will stick it over to the far corner. Stephenson gives it to his D partner French over on the near circle. French almost mishandled it again. And now here's Aslan trying to get it out. Good read there from Underwood. And he dodges a check to boot as he gives it back to the defense. Now heads off for a change. Halfway through this third period, no change in score. Still 3-2 Dragons If the scoreline holds, Columbus would be in second place. Left circle, a shot, Doe, and that one gloved away by Wilson. And we get a whistle and a media timeout. 9:54 left to go here in the third. Dragons still up by 1 on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Supply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
Crowd karaoke here in the Columbus Civic Center. The crowd getting into it with 9:54 to go in the third, and the Dragons in front 3-2. Hat-tricks out shooting Columbus 38-22 despite that. And you can tell Danbury, they're putting on the pressure here ever since the second period really, but Columbus defense and Rutledge have been up to the task.
Yes, Rut's having a good game. Defensively, I think that we've actually been kind of good at times. We're giving up a lot of shots, but not a ton of really grade A scoring chances. So he's got to find a way to get out of this one here.
Awkward collision off of the face-off, and Bersani, he ranged at that one from his knees and is able to keep it along the goal line there off of Daniluk.
What a play by Bersani there. He's getting fired up. They've kind of been trying to beat up on him all day or all weekend long.
Now Ruiz up ahead for Levesque. His shot, good block by Ozelinch. Levesque tied up with White. Ozelinch will backhand it out to center. Bersani another diving play, but Atwell's able to hold the line. White shoots this out to the red line. Atwell will find it there. 9:20 left to go here in the third. Dragons still up by 1. Levesque tied up with Doe. Ruiz high slot just wide of the blocker hand on Rutledge. Daniluk hit there by White. Those two go at it. Left wing circle. Now Bersani will find it for the Dragons. He flips it out past the Hat-Tricks defense. McDonald has to go all the way back in his own end to retrieve it. Now McDonald, the long pass. Krupp tried to read it. He failed. Here's the left wing circle. Corey Anderson. He shoots. Stick save Rutledge. And that one is a mile high. Might go up into the 200s off of that deflection. And a fan in that corner. Now we'll go get a souvenir. 8:51 to go in the third. And it is still 3-2.
Yeah, this is a much, I'll call it much improved Danbury team from yesterday. I mean, they're playing so much more aggressive. Even when they get possession of the puck in the neutral zone, they're not giving Columbus any time to go change. They're getting it right back into the zone and going to work.
Face off to the right of Rutledge. Riley had it off the boards, then it was taken off of his stick. Graham finds it along the half wall, and now he'll skate it ahead, being chased by McDonald. MJ Graham's on the backhand, left wing side. McDonald put a good stick onto him as Graham wiped out. Anderson with this 2-on-2, gains the red line, shoots that in off the backboards. Rutledge ready for it, and he'll cover it up for a whistle. And Rutledge reading that off of the back wall like he knew something bad was going to happen. He pretty much squared up to the backboards, and will cover that one up. 8:32 to go in period 3.
Yeah, it's a pretty smart play there by Anderson, too. I mean, you don't really have much off a 2-on-2 rush. You just put it on the goalie and get an offensive zone face-off.
Face-off coming to the left of the Columbus netminder. Underwood ties up here with Corey Anderson. Eventually, Dalton Anderson finds it, can't flip it out. Right point, Stephenson shot, blocks, center point, Susie holds in and puts one into the left wing corner. Vanelli with it. Ojic finds it off the wall, tied up with Underwood. Now White Duck trying to play it to a dangerous area. Nolan chips it, can't get it out. Tied up amongst so many bodies. Anderson lays a check onto Ojic, and now Nolan will chip that one out to center. 8:05 left to go here in the third.
Here comes that Kuznetsov line with a ton of speed for Danbury.
Aslan finds this off a pass from Jackson, knocked away by Gray. Jackson back in with some speed over the line, left wing corner. Jackson played it to the middle. Underwood first stick to it, and he'll skate it out of danger for Columbus. Underwood pass across the red line, read by Kuznetsov. Here's Jackson with some open space, left wing circle, and Grade is able to hold on to him there. And then those two tie up legs, tumble to the ice. No call coming either way. Aslan holds in left point with the help of Kuznetsov. Grade and Jackson going at it again. Grade has the inside edge, kicks it up the wall. Aslan gloves it down. He shoulders through a hit, and Underwood able to force that one out to center. Kirk Underwood really throwing the body on that shift.
Absolutely. He's a very physical player.
Kuznetsov Circles it around his own blue line. Now skates it up ahead. 3-on-4 as he hits the line. Bunched up left wing. A shot wide of the glove hand on Rutledge. Petrantonio finds the rebound. Danbury's finishing a change. He'll dump it in from the right side of red. Doe trying to get around a couple of bodies. Atwell beats him to the puck. Atwell, far side circle, flips this one, glove down, and that would be a hand pass if Ruiz touched it. Now it's a delayed offsides.
I was going to say, that has to be offside.
And Danbury was caught between two different schools of thought. Just let the River Dragons play it, and Levesque was following the puck into the zone. Problem was he was in front of it, and as soon as he saw the River Dragons touch it, he touched it and it was offsides. 6:53 now to go in period 3. Dragons still in front, a score of 3-2.
Yeah, first line out here for Columbus, obviously Austin Doe, Hunter Bersani, and Josh Petrantonio. 3 very offensive players here, but they're also 3 very good defensive players here. They know how to get the puck out of the zone, so, good time to have your skill guys out there.
Face-off coming in front of the Columbus bench. Bersani against Ruiz. Ruiz wins it clean across the red line. This one dumped in by McDonald. Far corner, White gets it out, back to the red line, Easton Oliver. Oliver and McDonald play some catch along their own blue line. Again, near side, McDonald dumps that one in, this time on net, and Rutledge will glove it and take another whistle. 6:36 left to go here in the third. That's Rutledge's 37th save on the night. Quite a busy night for him, but he's kept his team in front, 3-2.
Yes, he has. He's played well, and just to speak to that particular play that just happened, those are some of the toughest shots a goalie can face. Those shots, those one-hoppers right at your 5-on. You don't know where the puck's going to bounce. You kind of just have to get in front of it and hope nothing bad happens.
One by Danbury. McDonald shot off the draw. That one goes high over Rutledge. A good face-off win by Corey Anderson. Now Ojic from the right wing circle. Played it up to the left point, and it's held in by McDonald. McDonald rims it around. Corey Anderson behind the net gives to Ojic, right wing corner. Ojic along the goal line. His shot blocked by Nolan, trying to center it in front. That one batted away by Rutledge, who's active at his post. Now Petrantonio giving it by Doe, right wing side. He's coming in over the line. Petrantonio at the circles, fires, and that one hit the outside of the cage. Doe circles it around. Over on the far side wing, Petrantonio will have it. Bersani gets to it underneath the goal line. Try to shimmy shake move to get around White Duck. He'll shoot from an acute angle. Save made. Wilson will cover up for a whistle. 5:54 now left to go in the third. Follow the team on social media. _River Dragons, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Of course, we've mentioned a couple of times, we're racing to 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. You do us a big help. Those of you watching in on your computers and phones, just hit that like button on the video, subscribe to us. We really appreciate you helping us hit that milestone before the season's up. Behind the net it goes after the Danbury face-off win. Susie sends it out to center. Levesque, a pass across, goes through Ruiz, but they're on sides. Brett Jackson left circle, a drop pass. Krupp read it, kicks it to a stick, settles a rolling puck. Flips it into the zone. MJ Graham first on it, left wing corners. He's onside. A pass up the wall to the left point for Ozelinch. His shot was weak. Ruiz, stretch pass ahead, and Levesque just out of his reach. That was dangerous. Ruiz looking for that breakout pass, and Levesque just a hair too slow for that. Not something you say about him too often.
No, that's a very big break there for Columbus.
MJ Graham, he's shouldered down there off the hit from Kuznetsov. Now here's Ruiz, 2-on-3 as he's bunched up left wing side. A shot well wide of the blocker hand. Jackson with it at the right point. Down behind the net it goes. Flipped away there by Vanelli. That's Dalton Anderson. Atwell to the middle. Corey Anderson. His shot lifted high and wide past the glove hand. Corey Anderson chasing after at the half wall. Ojic trying to pinch in. Big hit light on there by MJ Graham. Still in the zone for Danbury. Kuznetsov shot. It's blocked. Riley trying to get it out. Kuznetsov holds in at the left point. 4:44 to go here in the third. Corey Anderson tied up behind the net with Vanelli. Ojic with it right wing corner. Trying to spin away from a hit from Riley. Vanelli picks it out of feet in far side circle. He'll skate it ahead. Columbus will get a much needed change behind this. Vanelli trying to drive in. He runs completely headfirst into Steve Brown. And now here's Atwell with the puck. Atwell left circle. Fakes the shot. Now shoots. And that one blocked by Grade. Grade and Vanelli can't get out of each other's way. Behind the net, Vanelli will give it back to Grade. And near circle, a play up ahead to Underwood. Left wing side, it's Armstrong. Armstrong waiting for some support. He's tied up, loses it off of his stick, and Kuznetsov on the back check will secure it for Danbury. 4:05 to go in the third. Still Columbus up 1.
Yeah, Danbury's still out shooting us almost 2-1 here, and Now if you're Columbus, you just have to play sound defensively. Pretty shallow forecheck by Columbus here, which is expected.
Hattrick's taking their time behind the net. They took a whole 15 seconds to set this up. Ruiz, he gets tied up and he loses his stick. Danbury has back at their own line with McDonald. McDonald flipped off of a Columbus stick into the zone, gets around White. He reaches back for it and dumps it back out to center. McDonald settles the rolling puck. Over to Easton Oliver. Oliver from the red line. He'll shoot that one in. Behind the net it goes. Near side, White has stick lifted by Jackson. Chance in front. Big save, Rutledge. He denied Johnny Ruiz point blank. Now here's Petrantonio one-on-one with Oliver. Not able to back skate back. Petrantonio along the goal line. Nobody there in the slots. Petrantonio, right wing circle, still chasing after this puck. Bersani holds in right point. His shot fluttering towards net and blocked away by Wilson. 3:05 left to go here in the third period.
Great save by Rutledge there, and then a nice move by Petrantonio. Still looking to close this game out with another goal.
Jackson didn't have the red line, but shot it in on net, forced a move out of Rutledge. Nolan to Petrantonio, up over the red line. Krupp will slap this one in. Riley and Stephenson racing for that puck. Stephenson gets to it first, slaps it around to the far circle. Kuznetsov with it now. Pass in his own end. Vinny Susi trying to get this one out. He hit MJ Graham with it. Settles for Riley in the zone. Riley down to MJ Graham underneath the goal line. Back for Riley. His shot towards the middle. And that one gets knocked away by Stephenson. Fakes the pass one way. Finds some space right wing. Now he comes in over the line. He touches it in an off. No, he played it in on an offside position. Thought we would get a whistle there. We did not. Now here's an open play. Right wing circle, MJ Graham. He drives the net. And he had it knocked off his stick by a poke check from Wilson. 2:15 to go here in the third. The next whistle will result in our media timeout. However, we're already watching our eyes on Brian Wilson when he might go to the bench. MJ Graham drops this one back for Vanelli at the right point. His shot blocked by Ojic. Here's Corey Anderson. Anderson left it back for Ojic. He wasn't on the same page. Krupp takes it here. He's checked by Kuznetsov as he falls to the ice. Brown has it back in his own end. Wilson looking for it here. Wilson's going to go grab his stick over in the far corner, but not head to the bench yet. Now Ruiz with it, chips away from a man. At the left wing circle, Levesque to the middle. Knocked away by Underwood. 1:38 left to go here in the third. This one moved to the left wing hash marks. And cleared out by Columbus as Brown has to go get it at his own blue line. 90 seconds left in the third. You got to figure Wilson's going soon, Mike.
Yes, has to be on this rush here.
Dalton Anderson knocks down a pass in the neutral zone, gives it back to his defense. Ozelinch tries to shoot this one out. Here's Underwood with it. Underwood will dump it in from the right side of red. Wilson will slow it up here. Behind the net, Danbury trying to get it out. Atwell up ahead. Now here goes Wilson to the bench, 6-on-5. Ruiz with speed ahead, trying to drop it back. Ruiz at the left wing circle, and he lost the handle on it. It's dumped out towards center. 1 minute left to go here in the third, and the River Dragons in front with an empty net for Danbury on the other end. Here's Jackson, 4-on-3 as he hits the line left wing. Jackson, left circle, floats one high over into the right wing corner, found by Ruiz. Ruiz down there for Jackson, to the right point, D to D over. Atwell had it foul off of his stick, but it's still in the zone. Atwell left wing circle, a pass to Levesque. Levesque immediately tied up, 35 seconds left to go here in the third. The two go at it. Levesque left circle, drives it out, fakes the shot, now shoots, rings the bottom of the post. Oh, a couple hat tricks thought that was in. Levesque fires, glove save Rutledge. Oh, and they take the early whistle. 23 seconds to go in the third. What a time for a media timeout, but we're taking it. 30 seconds and we're back. River Dragons Broadcast Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
"23 seconds remain here at the Civic Center. Dragons 3, Hat-Tricks 2. This as good as a timeout for head coach McIsaac and the rest of the Hat-Tricks without actually having to use it. We went about 6 minutes straight there without a whistle, Mike. And now we're here for the final 23 seconds. A face-off to the left of Rutledge, 6-on-5 for Danbury.
Yes, that did act exactly as that, Zach, as a timeout for Danbury. Here we go.
Ruiz to take the draw against Petrantonio. It's 3-on-3 in that slot. Petrantonio kicked it and wins it. White sends it down ice. Is it towards the open net? No, and Atwell will just win the race for icing, and Bersani is livid. He thought he had that one won as he was looking to put that in the empty net, and you hear the crowd's reaction. 14 and a half to go in the third.
I think Atwell just beat Bersani. I love Bersani's energy. I love him as a guy off the ice. But here we go. You just got to win pretty much one more face-off, get it out, and you should be good here if you're Columbus.
They jump it up to 16 seconds left in the third, so they tack on a second and a half. Petrantonio still talking it out. Listen, at 7 seconds per, you just got to ice the puck basically 2 more times.
Yeah, I mean, one more clear should do it.
And now we've got some words between Steve Brown and Edgars Ozolinsh. That would be a heavyweight tilt of all time here in the FPHL.
Be an interesting time for a fight, too.
It's still 3-on-3 on the line of scrimmage, basically in that slot. Ruiz and Petrantonio. Petrantonio boxes out, wins it. White chips it down. It gets out. It won't have enough for icing. 10 seconds left to go. Atwell shoots it into the zone. Ozolinsh finds it. He gets it out. Ruiz will lay it there for Levesque. 5 seconds left. Only one more chance for the hat-tricks. Ruiz fires. Glove save. Rutledge plays it to the corner. And the River Dragons are back in second place. Three-point win tonight, 3-2. The Dragons hold on. They dealt with a heck of a charge from the hat-tricks, who outshoot Columbus 45-24. But defensively speaking, the Dragons were phenomenal. And Jared Rutledge getting a lot of love down there from the boys in black.
Absolutely. Great game by Rutledge and net. Great game by the River Dragons in general. I think that they found a way to close out a really difficult game against a pretty good team in Danbury, and it's exactly what you need to do. Come out, get a win, then head in tomorrow and try to win the series.
3-2, Dragons with the win. They take all 3 points and move themselves up to second place in the standings. Let's take a break. Chad Abruzzi postgame show starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome to the Chad Abruzzi. That's right, the Chad Abruzzi Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chad Abruzzi Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town, where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for the Chad Abruzzi postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chad Abruzzi Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart.
Well, came in right on a horn out of the post-game open billboard. That's because our 3 stars of the game are being announced down at ice level. Star number 3 went to Jay Krupp, opening goal of the game, 31 seconds in. And now, 43 saves, it is Jared Rutledge. Gets star number 2, and I think you got an idea who star number 1's coming up with, Mike.
Absolutely. The captain, Josh Petrantonio, 2 goals, played a really good two-way game, definitely deserves it.
Goals, including the game winner, number 9, captain, our captain, Josh Petrantonio.
So Petrantonio, 2 goals, including the game winner. As Dana Barker had just said, it's odd to think game winner because all 3 goals happened in the first period, but it does go down as his. And, you know, the overall theme, Mike, as we start the Chattahoochee postgame show here, Dragons obviously happy for the 3-point win, taking second place, but maybe overshadowed by the fact that they have yet to score on Danbury in the second and third period this series.
Yeah, it's obviously you want to take positives and negatives away from a game, right? And the first period has been very successful for Columbus the last 2 nights. At the same time, the second and third periods have not been good, especially offensively speaking. So, you know, just scoring in the first period isn't really a recipe for success. So, you know, I think that's something going into tomorrow, just trying to play 1 period at a time and be a little bit more consistent over the course of the game.
Petrantonio ended his interview calling them the best fans in the league, and the crowd celebrated as he headed off the ice. Your 3 stars of the game selected in the arena all going the River Dragons' way. Petrantonio 1, Rutledge 2, and Croup 3. Honestly, when you look at the rest of the scoring summary and everybody who participated in this game, Kodiak White Duck and Steve Brown were the goal scorers for Danbury. Nobody had a multi-point game over on the hat-trick side of things for Columbus. After Josh Petrantonio's 2 points, you had MJ Graham, Austin Doe, Jack Riley each picking up assists. So offensively speaking, and if you're trying to up your numbers and trying to get points, it was an anemic game down there. And, you know, it was cliche to say it because we said it in Carolina, but again, playoff atmosphere, I think, was the words of the day down there at ice level. When you see 3-2 in this league, you know defenses really came to play.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say 3-2 games in the Federal League are very, very rare, especially back-to-back 3-3 games like last night and then tonight. Very, very rare to see that. So does that mean tomorrow might be a more high-scoring game? Possibly. I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
And you never know. Sunday's game is at 4:30. Finishes out this series. A very important game because right now the River Dragons find themselves in second place by percentage points. The 6 points so far have been split 4-2 in favor of Columbus. If Danbury takes all 3 points, they'll win the weekend and be right back up there in second place. Probably have to break down the percentages and see maybe how it might split, who will be in front if that game does go to overtime. But it's been a heck of a series so far, and we expect more of the same on Sunday. Mike, we know we have to say goodbye to you here at the end of this segment. Anything you'd like to say before we get you out of here?
No, it's great being on the radio. Obviously, when I can't be on the ice, I enjoy coming up here with you, Zach. Give a little shout out to my parents who are listening right now, my mom and my 71-year-old father, Bob.
If anybody listens to the John Emerald Distilling Coaches Show, you'll know the significance behind that. But how are you doing to the Cosentino family? And, hey, you never know, right? Because we had McBurney on Friday, you had Rutledge on Saturday. I mean, you'd think Sunday, right? You never know.
Yes,
but
you would, yeah.
Obviously, that is the decision for Jerome. I'm sure you and the rest of the goaltending room will be having conversations about what to have. So if we do see you on the ice, awesome. If we don't, we probably might see you up here tomorrow. We'll see, all right?
Absolutely. Sounds good, Zach.
Thanks for your time, Mike. When we come back, Chattahoochee postgame show rolls on after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
Today, more than ever, you can rely on the trustworthy technicians at Midas for your car's needs. From scheduled maintenance to brake repairs to oil changes, suspension work, and more. Our technicians are known for their work and their word that your car will be fixed in the best way possible. Stop in your neighborhood Midas today with 2 locations in Columbus. At the corner of 13th Street and Veterans, just up the road from the Columbus Civic Center, and the other off Manchester Expressway. Midas Total Car Care. Proud sponsors of the River Dragons. Trust the Midas touch.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the Championship Series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season. Or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons defeat the Hat-Tricks 3-2, and with taking all 3 points tonight, move up into second place in the FPHL standings. A very important spot to be late in the season with one more game still to play between these two teams coming up tomorrow afternoon. More on that in a little bit. First, time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. Let's start it over in Binghamton. The Black Bears and the Watertown Wolves were in a heck of a game. Watertown had brought it back to 3-2 last we saw, and with 1:50 left to go in the third, Lane King tied up the game 3-3 and forced it into overtime. Despite being outshot, though, 53-26, more than doubled up the Wolves did on the Black Bears. It's Emil Strom with 18 seconds left in overtime, securing 2 points for the Black Bears and putting an X by their name. 4-3, Black Bears exact a little bit of revenge on Watertown from last night's overtime loss, and that New York series will finish up in Watertown tomorrow with a 4 o'clock puck drop. Boy, some entertaining hockey being played between those two teams. With Binghamton clinching, they don't really have to worry about what Delaware's doing. However, Port Huron lowered their magic number by not 3 but 6 points, because they take all 3 points from the Delaware Thunder in a 5-3 victory. Shorthanded goal from Dalton Jay ends up being the game winner. A shorthanded empty netter from Evan Foley gave the game its final scoreline at 5-3. Carolina, who is off tonight, now sees their magic number drop to 3, and what that means is Port Huron Delaware might not mean anything for those two teams in terms of their playoff clinching scenarios on Sunday, but if Port Huron takes all 3 points in Delaware Sunday, 3 o'clock puck drop at the Thunderdome, the Thunderbirds would find themselves with an X by their name while sitting idle. Binghamton and Watertown at 4 o'clock, and Danbury is at Columbus 4:30. That's your Sunday in the FPHL. That's Around the League, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. Quickly, the SPHL, Fayetteville 4, Macon 1. That one is a final. 13 and some change left in regulation. Knoxville's up 3-1 on the road in Birmingham. Huntsville's a big leader right now over Vermilion County, 5-0 with 7:38 to go in the third. Quad City looking for a big 2 points at home. They're up 3-1 over Evansville. Quad City important for them to take a result as Fayetteville already has 2 points tonight. They're trying to keep with them. Fourth place on the line in the SPHL standings between those two teams and home ice in that first round of the playoffs. That's your look at the Southern Hockey scoreboard. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we conclude tonight's Chattahoochee postgame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
Hey Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want, and your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeadsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
Prepare yourself for an unparalleled golfing experience. Co-designed by Columbus resident and 1987 Masters winner Larry Mize, Maple Ridge Golf Course is a pleasure for golfers of any skill level to play. Test your accuracy with our fairways, water hazards, and sand traps. We have everything you need to challenge yourself and improve your game. Memberships available year-round by calling 706-569-0966 or book a tee time by visiting golfmapleridge.com.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
Back here one more time on the Chattahoochee postgame show. Hi, YouTube. You probably got a little more look behind the scenes than you were expecting, but all of our accent cams got taken down. We wanted to close it out here on camera live for you here, talking about what is a big win for the River Dragons. 3-2. They defeat the Hat-Tricks. There is a little bit of a theme, the fact that Columbus has gotten all their goals in this series in the first period, trying to break through the Danbury defense in the second and third has proved too tall of a task. But here today, did enough to not only take all 3 points, but move themselves back up into second place in the driver's seat. For the time being, Danbury still very close behind them, and with a result in their direction, likely would take over from them. We'll have the percentages worked out ahead of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show tomorrow, which starts up at 4 o'clock, a 4:30 puck drop here at the Civic Center. Get your tickets, Civic Center box office or on Ticketmaster. Man, it was a heck of a day. It was a crazy game down there at ice level. Very fun to be a part of, and we're so thankful you spent part of your Saturday nights here on the broadcast network with us. My big thanks to Jack Riley, who was our Inside the Lair pregame show guest, rotating color commentators of Mike V and Mike Costantino, Elise Bradford and Allison Holiday. We're running social media behind the scenes. Down at ice level, it was Taylor Blackwell, game day host, public address announcer Dana Barker, and game day director Jaden Kruger. And here for the crew, working very hard behind the scenes, but maybe putting one too many cameras away here late in the day. It is Chris Kaufman, it is Connor Zays, it is Brandon Lane, Stephen Pierce, and Jamil Hawkins. I'm Zach DeBozart, the voice of the River Dragons. Thanks so much for spending your Saturday night with us. You'll hear from us next Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show here on YouTube as well as the 4-station radio network. Big shout out as well to WTVM Bounce 9.2. You were along with us here on a Saturday night. Lots of fun being had as we profiled another River Dragons win. One more time, your final score: Columbus 3, Danbury 2 on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network. See you Sunday.
Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
You've been listening to the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons broadcast network. Tonight's show was brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. All rights to this broadcast are reserved by the Columbus River Dragons and PMB Broadcasting for the private use of their audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game are expressly prohibited without the written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and PMB Broadcasting. This has been a presentation